Kickoff presented by Cap's Pizza. Tonight is a rematch from a year ago. Last season, the Bobcats came to Vero and won a hard-fought 38-23 game. It was a tight game that Vero led most of the way until a short punt set up the Bobcats for the go-ahead score. That was followed up on the next drive with another TD to seal the game. Vero would love to repay the favor tonight. Buchholz, a solid program. Over the last 4 seasons, the Bobcats have a combined 45-10 record, averaging a state ranking of 20. Vero avenged the O'Galley loss last week. Can the Indians continue the payback tour this week? Over the next 60 minutes, we'll get some reports from the field. Bobby Paris is here with Women of the Fighting Indians. Gary and I will go over last week's game with O'Galley and get set for tonight's game against Buchholz on the road. But first, Matt Paris is with our head coach, Lenny Jankowski, to talk about last week's win over O'Galley and a big road game tonight. Matt?
Thanks, Paul. Well, Coach Jay, last week, Vero got the season kicked off with a win over O'Galley, a game in which both starting QBs went down, and not just any QBs. 2 of the best in the area, I would be willing to say, went down. But the question on everyone's mind, Coach, is how is our champ Mons?
Yeah, the game really was previewed as you mentioned, the 2 of the top QBs, not just, in the area, but probably, across the state, and highly recruited. I believe the O'Galley quarterback was a 2027, and of course Champ being 2028. And so I heard from a lot of different people about those 2 guys going head to head, going into the game, and then to have it turn out the way it did was surely a change in game plan and how it all finished up. But to answer your question directly, I mean, Champ, he's the good news is he's got very little pain and very little swelling, any of that stuff, and so we're just going to have to see what when and where he's going to get back to. But the encouraging part is he's an extremely tough kid, and I know injuries are always tough on everybody, but especially him. He's a guy that wants to be out there, and so hopefully that's sooner than later. I don't know that we're going to see him tonight. He's very, very doubtful for tonight. So we're on to Plan B, and fortunately, based on last week's performance, our guy that came in, E.J. White, did a great job, and obviously that puts more into guys like Landon Kaler and how we practice those guys, and the opportunities come up in this crazy sport, and I think how you handle adversity and how you handle sudden change, and whether that's with injuries or weather or anything that causes adversity really is sometimes gets you through a season and definitely through a game. So very proud of our guys and the way they handled it, and hopefully we get Champ back sooner than later.
Oh, there's no doubt with that, Coach. I know we talked about it before. As football, a little different than a lot of other sports. There's only so many games you get as a high school. In basketball, you can play AAU, and in baseball, you got all these other games you're playing in the off season. But football, it's really just during the season. So our prayers are with Champ Mons. Hopefully he gets back early. Coach, going back to E.J. White, he played a little quarterback as a freshman. Of course, he's being highly recruited as a receiver and defensive back. But he can throw the ball, not just with his. I mean, he's got the legs, we know, but he can also throw the ball.
Yeah, E.J. has a nice quarterback skill set, and I think sometimes that gets overlooked because he's been a starter here since his freshman year, a varsity starter. That's not a normal thing around here, and he's played just about every position. He's certainly played every position on offense. I was thinking about it, after our game. He's played every offensive skill position. He hasn't played any of the O-line. He still looks like it sometimes he can blow away, but he has played every receiver position, obviously quarterback, and he's lined up in the backfield at running back. So he's got a very high football IQ. Obviously has played defense and started in our secondary. So The challenge with EJ is really is getting him an opportunity to practice at quarterback. He can play the position. So we're very fortunate that, just through this preseason, we've spent some time with EJ practicing at the position, and I think sometimes when you look at him, I think people might assume that he's just a package or gimmick kind of quarterback, but that's really not anything. There couldn't be anything further from the truth. He's a guy that can run the offense, as he showed the other night, and like I said, has a nice quarterback skill set.
Well, he does. And Coach, you still got all those skilled positions to go to. Who's the next guy that takes EJ's spot coming in?
Yeah, so we've played some different receiver combinations, throughout this early part of the season. Obviously we've got a small sample size just in the Kickoff Classic and Week 1. But, there are guys, like Jarvis Jacobs, Marcus Melbourne, Jordan Crutchfield, Jamarion Hillsman, Micah Roberts, these guys that haven't necessarily, showed up in the stat sheet a bunch. Of course, Marcus has had a bunch of catches, but we can move some guys around, and then it could put guys like Austin Banzoff and other guys on the field more than maybe the reps have shown. So we've got some different options and like I said, some different combinations of what we do and how we do it. So again, when one guy goes down or when the shuffle starts happening, some other guys will get an opportunity to step up. So that's always a fun thing to see as well.
Well, that's Coach Jay talking about the offensive effort from last week's win over O'Galley. When we come back, we're going to get his thoughts on the defensive effort. We'll be right back.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy, to country fried steak and eggs, to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
The safety of young athletes is priority one. The professionals at Vero Elite Rehab and Orthopedic Surgery are the official physicians for Fighting Indian sports. We thank them for helping make this broadcast possible. They offer care in orthopedics, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. More at VeroEliteOrtho.com.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Welcome back. Well, Coach Jay, let's talk about your defense from last week's victory over O'Galley. Team defense is obviously the key, and we're seeing a lot of helmets fly into the ball when you watch film.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Team defense is always the key. I think it just usually appears that if you got one of the 11 that aren't where they're supposed to be or doing what they're supposed to be doing, then somehow or another the football gods, they exploit them. And so it's a matter of playing team defense. And we had some challenges last week for sure. Obviously, we talked about their starting quarterback being very talented. So going into that game, we knew they had a lot of weapons around them, and obviously a big guy that can rip it around. And so that being the initial challenge, and then once he went down, they had some issues with their backup, and not just with their backup, but things changed offensively. I don't know if it was snap count, cadence, whatever, but all of a sudden there were some errant snaps, and to my knowledge, the center didn't change. It was just the quarterback, but all of a sudden, we had balls flying all over the place, and there were several negative plays that happened as their backup entered the game. Well, they came out in the second half and really just junked a traditional offense and just started snapping it to their athletes and doing some things with formations and trying to outnumber you at the point of attack. So we had to, get some hats to the ball, so to speak, and fly around. And at times we did it very well, and there were times where the upper hand was in O'Galley's favor. But But just proud of really just doing what we needed to do to come away with the win. I think, we've talked about it before. It's such a complementary sport that, we had a lead, just making them a lot more one-dimensional, or them making themselves a lot more one-dimensional, kept things moving, kept the clock moving. Obviously, we got out to a pretty big lead there, and we were able to hold them off long enough to come away with the victory. But yeah, I mean, all three phases of the game, we were good enough at times, and hopefully can continue to keep that moving forward and get better, really, just not just defensively, but in all three phases.
Coach, talking about the third phase of the game, O'Galley was able to run a kickoff back, but can you go over the rule? Because it looked from the film and watching it, clearly the guy was in the end zone. So what is the rule on that as far as getting carried in or not?
Yeah, so once the ball breaks the plane of the goal line in high school football in the state of Florida, then it's ruled an automatic touchback. Now, what was explained to us on the sidelines after watching it live was that the ball carried him, and the ball carried the return guy into the end zone in his momentum. It surely didn't look that, again, and we have the ability to look at instant replay and all those kinds of things, and this certainly isn't a knock, because as I mentioned to the officials, I'm going to make a bunch of mistakes tonight too, and so that just happened to be at a very, very critical time, and I think, as I mentioned earlier this week, what it did do is, I don't think, and unless the rule changes, there will ever be another high school kickoff return 103 yards, unless they do change the rule. So that'll be a record that will last forever, or at least until the rule changes, because he was a couple yards deep in the end zone.
Coach, let's continue to talk about the special team guys that you got. A couple guys that transferred in. PATs look good, kickoffs look good, and the punting's looking good.
Yeah, so those guys are sharing those duties. Riley Swanson and Jay Maurer, they're both seniors. Jay's a pretty neat story. His mom graduated from Vero Beach High School and was living in Tampa, and moved over here for family reasons, and so he's a very, very talented guy that is handling the punting duties and handles some of the kickoffs as well. Also, he's very capable of handling the place kicking, and then Riley got here in the spring semester and has worked very hard and handling right now the PATs and field goals and doing some kickoffs. So those guys have been fun we haven't had a depth chart at that position in a while, and so it's been fun to get those guys to work with each other and push each other a little bit, and so they're good friends and are working hard, and we're very pleased with their performances so far, and looking forward to some good stuff here down the stretch.
That is a classic one, Coach. Depth chart at the kicking position. Love it. We'll be right back. More with Coach Jay.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services. The McCall Agency, Inc. owner is a fourth-generation Vero Beach resident and big supporter of the community and the Fighting Indians. The McCall Agency, Inc. is an independent agency and broker whose motto is securing your future one policy at a time. To learn more about personal, commercial, life, or health insurance services, Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856 or McCallagencyinc.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Matt Paris here with Coach Lenny Jankowski as we are all the way up in the Gainesville area taking on Buchholz tonight. Coach, with that travel, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and one of the prides of the program, I know you like to talk about them, is your booster club. So we're going to give you a chance to brag on them and just tell maybe how people can get involved as well.
Yeah, I think, when people just probably close their eyes and think, Vero Beach High School football and what we stand for and all that, they'd probably think that we have hundreds of people in our booster club and we've just got them, coming and going. But that it couldn't be anything further from the truth. We've got, a handful of people that do a lot of the heavy lifting, and really starting with our booster club president, Angela Banzoff. I think probably those who've been around the program for the last 3 or 4 years have seen Angela. She's most of the time behind the scenes, but really just does. I can't thank her and her husband Rob enough for their involvement over the years, and I think as a program each year we try to do it a little bit better than we've ever done it, and I think Angela kind of lives by that as well, and she's a huge help in all facets and in all areas. You take it's a great time to speak on the booster club just with a trip like this. Typically we don't travel this far, especially 3.5 hour trip and all that's involved. You're usually pretty deep in the playoffs when you're traveling this kind of distance, and so to do this for the regular season, and we do try to afford our kids the opportunity to just worry about the game and think about the game. And so, there's a couple meals involved there, not just, the pregame meal that we have, but, feeding them lunch and getting them on the buses and making sure they're they've got all their gear and travel. And then, Rob and Angela brought up the equipment trailer, and pulled that here to Gainesville. And so there's so much that is involved. Game day is really just a crazy small piece of it, but it's from the time you open your eyes to the time you lay your head down at night for this small select group. And then, but there's a lot going on during the week. Several years ago, I met and talked to our booster club, and I thought that one of the things that we were lacking was nutrition, and we do a lot with study halls and the academic piece, and of course we've got a great strength program and all that, and so and just dealing with the nutrition, we started feeding our players after practices, and there's a lot involved with that, from dealing with local restaurants and donations and people that support our program, but all that has to be arranged and picked up, and just Angela handles all that kind of stuff and always does it with a smile, and really just here, she's had a couple kids in the program, obviously, but what's most notable about Miss Banzoff is that she's here for all of our guys, and she really takes a special interest in them, and then she's able to, I think, always one of the telltale signs of somebody in a leadership position is who they're able to surround themselves with, and she's got a good team of people, and I think people are willing to step up. But to answer your question about what people can do to help out, we're always looking for somebody, and it doesn't have to be over the course of a season. If there's a week that a parent or somebody that would like to get involved with the program, would like to help out with a pregame meal or after practice meal, or wants to help out monetarily, wants to be a sponsor or be behind the scenes or just get involved. I tell our parents, and we're all parents, and that you have that small window of opportunity to be around your kid, and being part of the booster club, gets you kind of a front row seat to all that, and it's a great experience. I've witnessed people that met through our booster club that are lifelong friends and friendships that are having. Obviously, I've formed many friendships through people on our booster club. So, Yeah, I think it's a great thing. Obviously, I'm probably biased, but I think we've got the best and the best in charge. So, yeah, anybody out there interested, would love to have you.
Well said, Coach. Yeah, you really want to try to get to know some of these players. It's a great way to do that. They've got great stories. They aren't just football players. They're great young men as well. So we'll be right back with Coach's thoughts on tonight's team that we're going to face, the Bobcats.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
A septic system is only as good as the installation and maintenance. Reliable Septic is the name known along the coast for being the professionals who install and service these systems for both residential and commercial uses. They'll determine the on-site needs and design considerations for a complete wastewater treatment system. Thanks to Reliable Septic Service. 772-562-4242.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, Coach, Vero's taking on Buchholz Bobcats tonight, all the way up here in Gainesville. What can you tell us about the Bobcats? What do they do well?
Well, I saw something this week where they've been in the Final Four like the last 2 or 3 years in a row, and so I think it starts. They've got a great staff. Coach Whittemore does a great job, and obviously has some really good players to coach. I think this number 13 Williams, I think he's one of the better players in the state that I've seen. I mean, they do a great job with him as well. I mean, he I think we'll see him a lot in the backfield, but they'll line him up in the slot. They line him up at wide out. They move him all over the place, put him in motion, really make a defense miserable just because the way that they're able to utilize his skill set. He's really talented. We've seen him in the summer, different places. Obviously had a chance to play him last year against us anyway. He played primarily as a receiver, and then as the season progressed, they used him in the backfield a lot, and I think he had some of the more ridiculous season-ending stats as anybody in the state. So he's a really talented guy, committed here at the University of Florida, and I know he's got a bright future ahead of him as well. And so then defensively, I mean, I always, and getting prepared for these guys last year and then watching them again this year, just their grittiness, their scrappiness, you talked about team defense with us as it pertains to us. They just really are really relentless on the defensive side of the ball. I'm always impressed with their D-line. They're very aggressive on the back end as well. They fly around. They've got a couple really good defensive ends, there's some challenges. They do what they do well in the special teams game. So I think they have all the makings of a team that is typically going to make a big run in the playoffs at the end. So there's no weaknesses. There's a lot of good stuff. I think it's pretty neat. Coach Whittemore's son is the starting quarterback, and he's a sophomore, and he's a talented kid. He's one of the higher ranked 2028 QBs in our state, so this is his first year as a starter, and he's got some good pieces around him. So yeah, I mean, they're a quality program. Really looking forward to the challenge. Coach does a great job. I've enjoyed getting to know him the last couple years, and just looking forward to this matchup tonight.
Well, he is a great guy. I played with him at UCF. He was a year behind me, and last time we saw each other, it was hugs and smiles. We'll do it again, but then it's after that, go Vero. That's what it's about. Coach, as always, thank you for sitting down with us. We'll let you get to the guys, and we'll be right back with more Countdown to Kickoff on your Christian FM.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, we have made the 3.5-hour trip to Gainesville for the trip tonight in Week 2 of high school football. Vero Beach will be taking on Buchholz, the Bobcats, and we're on their home turf tonight. Sort of. It's a shared field. It's very similar to the situation we go to in Port St. Lucie where Centennial and Treasure Coast share a same field. Same thing happens here. You got a couple schools in this area that share this field, so we're not actually on the campus of Buchholz, but we are in the Gainesville area, and Gary, last week against O'Galley, Vero Beach got the season started and got off to a hot start, but then the dynamic of the game really changed when both of your starting quarterbacks go down in the ball game. It was not a dynamic that anybody anticipated.
They were going down to score, and their quarterback saw an opening, took off and ran, and as he got to about the 3-yard line, he planted his leg and it dislocated his knee, popped out, and fell to the ground right there. Now, this young man is a Division I prospect, and he's had several colleges looking at him. And you and I both said we hate to see that. I mean, they went ahead and they scored on the play, but later on a couple. But to see a star player go down, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
Then a little bit later in our first half, our quarterback starts to scramble, and as he runs to the sideline, it looks like he pulled a hamstring or we wouldn't have ever thought his ankle was hurting, but he's out. Now he's out, so now we got to bring in E.J. White as our backup. So that's the way that half was going.
Yeah, and of course, E.J. came in and did a spectacular job. I think he threw for about 74 yards, and he ran for another about 75 yards as well with a 51-yard touchdown run. And, he did what he needed to do to help Vero Beach get a win.
Well, he took off on that run. It was a design by run for the coach had to put in for him. He broke to the outside, and it was like everybody starts coming after him, and and they had the angles. But they lost the angle because he is fast. He just, boom, blistered that field down there, and he was off, and it was great to see him recover. But that was a big play. That was a huge play, but the pass he threw later was on the money.
Yeah.
Never lost stride to the receiver, and it was a touchdown pass. I remember that probably as much as I do the touchdown because – it was a game where we won 41-31, and both teams had ups and downs and some problems, and they had some good moments. Both teams did, but we were able to hang on and beat them.
Yeah, so let's look on the other side of that line there, Gary, for our defense. And we've had 2 ball games, and as Coach would like to say, it's still a relatively small sample size. But what we have seen in both games is they're averaging giving up 30 points right now. That's got to bring some concern, not only to the players, the coaching staff, but the Vero fans as well. When you go, okay, we're going to play a tough schedule, which we're already into already. And when you give up that many points, what happens when your offense can't score enough points?
Now you lose.
Yeah.
You lose, as simple as that. And that bothers me too, the fact that what I saw out there, Paul, Coach Mata works. He's a person that he puts you in a position. He wants you to be there. That's your assignment. You got that area. You get over there. You better be in that area. You better be in your assigned area. If you're not there and somebody comes in behind him and makes a big play, catches a pass and runs the ball, he's upset because you let the team down. You let your team down. Well, the one thing I've seen is that we weren't tackling very well. We took bad angles, and we just didn't look sharp at times. But he was able to pull it together in the second half and shut them down.
Yeah, he certainly did. And so, again, your defense plays well enough to earn you a win. Can they do the same thing again tonight? Gary, in that last game against Buchholz, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in the next segment, Vero was in the game. In fact, they had the lead the majority of the game until a couple miscues late in the ball game was the turning tide, and they ended up when the Bobcats won the ball game. We are going to step aside. When we come back, we will talk about that game last year and what Vero's got to do to come to Gainesville tonight and earn a win and go 2-0 in this 2025 season. It is Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Cap's Pizza. We got more right after this.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
The nonprofit Mental Health Association in Indian River County offers free walk-in screenings. No appointment is needed. Check out their other services at mhairc.org or walk in at 820 37th Place, Vero Beach, because it's okay to get help.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Cap's Pizza and Pub.
Week 2 is here for Vero Beach Fighting Indians and actually for all high school football here in the state of Florida. Paul Tipton along with Gary Parris as we get set for tonight's matchup. It is a rematch from last year. Buchholz here in the Gainesville area traveled the 3.5 hours to come to Vero last year. And for the most part, Vero Beach led the ball game. But then some miscues late in the ball game. Bobcats, they capitalized on it, and they end up winning the ball game by, I think it was about 15 points or so in that ball game. And then, so now, Gary, you turn your attention to this season. Vanguard was the team that Buchholz played last week. They finished 15-13 with a win. They're 1-0 in the season. They got the win. They did what they had to do to get a win. But, you had weather delays, sloppy field. You can talk about all kinds of different things, but the bottom line is they won the ball game.
Yeah, they did exactly what they needed to do. They ran a punt back. They got a safety, and their kicker is an excellent kicker, kicked 2 field goals. The game was 15-12.
13.
Or 13, rather.
Yeah.
15-13, I'm sorry. And that's how close it was, but they won. And that's all it's what it takes, a combination of any way you can get it, that's the way you want to win.
Yeah, and it really came down to Vanguard had an opportunity to tie it up. They tried to go for 2, and they didn't get it. So give credit to Buchholz for stopping them. But, yeah, this could have been a tie ball game and could have gone to overtime, but instead their defense made a stop when they needed to, and they end up winning the ball game.
Mark Whittemore, who's the head coach here, I've known Mark when he played at UCF, and I broadcasted when he was a receiver. He played with GT and Matt when they were at UCF there, and he's an outstanding receiver, very, very good coach. Everybody says nothing but good things about Mark Whittemore when you talk about the area and playing football and coaching football. He's an outstanding coach. You're going to see a team tonight doesn't make a lot of mistakes, fundamentally sound. They don't have Trace Johnson this year with them. They lost him. He went to California and signed up with the school, high school out there where Carson Palmer's the head coach and Carson's an old quarterback and played in the NFL for many years. And so they don't have him. So they got a young kid, a sophomore, Andrew Whittemore. So if it's in the family, it's in the family, you know they're going to be – it's kind of like having a bunch of Mons. You know, you got Mons around. They've been a part of Indian River County and St. Lucie County for years. And so the Whittemores are just like that too.
What do you feel like are keys for tonight for Vero Beach?
I think offensively they got to protect the quarterback, and the quarterback's got to have that kind of a good game, and that's E.J. White. E.J. White will be starting tonight's game, and he's got to come out and he's got to do his job, and he's got to, take what's given to you. And that's what Coach will tell you. Take what's given to you. Don't try to be a hero all at one time. And he's very athletic. He can run. But the offensive line has got to give him protection. We got to run well. Jonathan Hillsman's got to have a really impact of a game. Defensively, the whole secret is be aggressive, be in the right place. And to me, we have a chance to win this game.
All right, well, we are not too far away, just under 20 minutes from getting this game underway, and we're going to see in probably a couple of hours, did the keys work out for Vero Beach, or does Buchholz go 2-0 against Vero Beach? We'll find out in just a little bit. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll check in. Matt and Derek are back down on the sidelines for this game, and then we'll get a chance to talk to them. We got more Countdown to Kickoff right after this.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
More Countdown to Kickoff by Caps Pizza and Pub.
Well, we're getting set for week 2. Buchholz is where we are tonight. It's actually Milton Lewis Stadium, or otherwise known as Citizens Field, in the Gainesville area. I'm Paul. That's Gary. We'll be up here perched high up top near the press box area. The guys back on the sideline this week after MIA on week 1. It'll be Matt Paris and Derek West. All right, Derek, defensively, Gary even talked about this a little bit in our last segment. Critical stops for our defense. It's absolutely important.
Defense over the last 2 weeks, we have shown a tendency to get critical stops very deep in scoring territory. We got one inside the 20 last week, and if you'll recall in our Kickoff Classic, we got one inside the 5-yard line. Both of those turned out to be pretty critical spots in the game that kind of helped us in both of those games. Last year, if you'll recall, we had the lead against this very team going into halftime, but they came out, they ran the ball really effectively and very well, and they were able to beat us, and I think that one of the reasons why was critical stops. The good thing about Vero, Trace Johnson no longer here, but another quarterback that's very capable. The tough thing is Justin Williams. He's a fantastic athlete, a 4-star player, commitment to the University of Florida. And we got to count for him at all times, guys. But getting critical stops, I think, is going to be a very key, big key to this ball game tonight.
All right, Derek. We last week we watched some film from their game here against Vanguard, and what was very apparent was the field conditions were very, very sloppy. What are you seeing right now from the field condition perspective?
What I'm seeing right now with regard to the field conditions reminds me a lot of our playoff game several years ago. I think it was last year when we played down in Palm Beach. Sometimes it can be kind of slippy, and there's some areas on the field that traction's really kind of tough. So it could be a very big factor in our ball game tonight.
All right, thanks a lot, Derek.
Absolutely.
All right, let's check in on the offensive side, and Dr. Matt Parrish back on the sidelines this week. And Matt, obviously the question I think all of the broadcasting crew got all week long is, what's up with Champmont's QB1?
That's right, and I'm still getting it down here. Hey, what's going on? We got some Vero people that have traveled up, or some of our students that are over here at that school over here in Gainesville. I'm not sure what the school is, but yeah, they're Gators, and they came over to watch it. That was the question they had, and it was pretty apparent when I pointed to our number one and went, yep, he's in a boot, guys. And so right now, it's a little bit conflicted. He doesn't have a lot of pain, but for precautionary reasons, they're keeping him out at least tonight. I think he's going to be seeing a specialist. That was the word that I heard, I think, this week to keep him going. But you know what? I talked to his dad. I asked his dad, how's his spirits? And he goes, you know what? He wants to be out here so bad, but we know that it's better for him to try to heal instead of rushing this thing. And he's a competitor. I mean, there's no doubt, and it has nothing to do with what he's ranked or anything like that. He's just an athlete. He wants to be out here with his boys competing up here in Gainesville.
Yeah, it's always a tough situation when a guy's hurt, and especially when you're talking about a scenario like what you just painted there. There's no pain, there's no swelling. He feels okay, but you have to trust that the medical team is looking out for your best interest, and I do think they are. And so, their recommendation is right now, no, don't take it this week. So we'll have to obviously rely on E.J. White, Matt, and, he had a great performance last week. He's got to have an encore tonight.
He certainly does, and I think that it's really going to start with the guys that are in front of him protecting him. I think that's going to be a big thing, whether he can get going with his legs. We actually, we didn't see him throw a lot. He does. He actually spins the ball really well, and I don't think that you're going to see Buchholz. I don't think they're going to be prepared for that. But it really, Paul, it's going to start with the trenches. If we can get off the ball, we can get the running game going, whether it's with him or whether it's with Hillsman, sorry, drawing a blank on Hillsman. I kept saying Bobby McMillan started coming back to my head. I was like, so shout out to Bobby. Hey, there you go. You're in my mind on that one. But if we can get those two going on the ground, that's going to open things up in the air, and that'll make it a little bit easier where the guys, because Buchholz, they like to get wide. You're going to see this. They like to wide, and they're going to pinch everything, and they're going to try to push it so their linebackers push it to the outside so their linebackers can come and scrape. Well, when it's real wide like that, if we can get a body on them, there should be some gaps to do some good running, some gashes. So if we can get that going, it just opens everything else up.
All right. I was going to make a joke about this segment being sponsored by Concussion Protocol Safety, but too late. I already made the joke.
You did it.
All right. Thanks, Matt. We'll be checking in with both Matt and Derek through the course of this ball game as we get set to take on Buchholz in just a little bit. Still ahead, I'm going to get a chance to talk to Bobby Burbick, and then a little bit later, Bobby Parrish is going to talk to Bobby's mom with Women of the Fighting Indians. We still got more Countdown to Kickoff coming your way. Stick around.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of the local business family and their Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
The safety of young athletes is priority one. The professionals at Vero Elite Rehab and Orthopedic Surgery are the official physicians for Fighting Indian sports. We thank them for helping make this broadcast possible. They offer care in orthopedics, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. More at VeroEliteOrtho.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to Kickoff on the Vero Nation Network. Time to get to know your Indians.
All right, we're with Bobby Burbick, our defensive end, and he's a senior this year. Bob, hard to believe that already senior season, man. It's kind of flown by, hasn't it?
Yes, sir. I mean, I'm honestly thinking about when I first came to the school as a freshman, and even last year flew by.
Yeah, and this year they got you at different times. They're moving you around on that defensive line. How does that change for you from going from the outside edge to being inside?
It's a minor change. I mean, it's definitely like a bit of technique-wise changing, but I see it as the same thing. I'm still having fun inside or outside.
A couple weeks ago, we got our first game with the preseason game against Miami Norla, and then last week was the official first game against O'Galley. What was that atmosphere like for you?
It was wild. Honestly, I was saying to my teammates in the Kickoff Classic, like this game felt like totally different. Like, I don't know if it's because it was my first game, but the atmosphere was just completely different than any other game.
Things changed dramatically for O'Galley when their starting quarterback went down. I mean, when that happened, did you guys just go start licking your chops, pin your ears back, and go for it?
Yes, sir. I mean, we were just super hungry after that, and it honestly hyped us up a lot.
From a fan's perspective, where I'm sitting, he looked like the second quarterback kind of looked like he was like totally rattled. What were you seeing?
He was fast for sure. I mean, he had some speed, and he definitely had some skill. But we bite down hard on our mouthpiece, and we just every hat to the ball.
The first 4 weeks of the season are pretty tough, and this week we'll be going on our first road game. What's been the message for you guys going into the season, knowing you're going through this kind of proverbial gauntlet?
Definitely grit and focus. I mean, we have these challenges, and we knew before the season like how hard our schedule is going to be. So we just been focused, and we know we have to give 100% each week.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of schedules where there's no way you can look ahead at all. You got to stay focused on the week at hand. And this week, Buchholz, a team we played last year, we were in it for most of the game, and then a couple miscues. They capitalized on it. They end up winning the ball game. What do you see from this year's team of the Bobcats?
They're going to give us a challenge for sure, and I'm excited for that. I'm ready to put our best and their best against each other, so I'm just excited.
It's a big road game. I mean, in a lot of ways, especially distance-wise. I mean, it's going to be a 3-hour drive just to get there. What are you going to do to kind of get your mind at ease for a while bit and then get ready to play?
That's a good question. I never actually had to wait that long, like in terms of being on a bus or something. But I think it's just the usual, just focus, don't let any distractions come into my mind, and just be prepared.
Your senior season, you got this season to play out. I'm sure you want to, enjoy every single second of it. But what's on the future is the next chapter of your life. What are you thinking about? I mean, not from a scholarship perspective, but just, from a school perspective, what's the dream school and what would you study?
Dream school, I mean, that's a hard one for sure. I would like to stay in Florida, but I've been looking at Tulane a lot. And I kind of want to study architect. My uncle does architect, and I kind of want to do the same thing that he does.
All right, now a little bit later, we're going to be talking to your mom and get to know a little bit about your family. One of the things I learned is that you got a sister that lives all the way out in Alaska, and you were just telling me a little while ago you had a chance to go out there and spend some time out there. What was that experience like for you?
It was insane. Like the amount of daylight, the amount of just like wildlife, the amount of just space that was there. I mean, I was up 6 in the morning, the sun was bright, and then I was up at 12 p.m. and the sun was still bright. And I don't know, that it's definitely a place I'd recommend anybody to go see. It's definitely, like my opinion, a wonder of the world.
So you're already leading the team in sacks. You're on a good start here. What's your goals this year?
Just more sacks, and obviously that state championship.
All right, my friend. Well, wish you the best of luck this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
That's Bobby Burbick, folks.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
It's countdown to kickoff. Now, here's Bobby Paris.
Welcome to Women of the Fighting Indians. I'm Bobby Paris, and I have the privilege of talking to the moms of our football players who have worked so hard to reach this level of play. My guest this evening is the adorable Melanie Burbick. She is the mom to number 85, Bobby Burbick, defensive lineman, 6'3", 221 pounds, who was our player of the week for our Kickoff Classic against Miami Norland. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you, Bobby, for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Oklahoma. I went to high school in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. It's just a little town right outside of Tulsa, but we graduated with over 1,000 students. And then I went on to the University of Tulsa, where I got my nursing career. And I've been a nurse ever since. Ended up living in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where I met Bobby's dad. And I had my daughter with us, and Bobby's bigger sister. She loves having a little brother, not so much when they were younger, but nowadays she's very, very proud of him.
How do you keep it together? How do you keep it organized?
Well, Bobby, keeping it organized is so much easier with our technology that we have today. My iPhone is my buddy, and that calendar app on there is just one that I always put everything in there and set reminders for at least a week or 2 days before.
Did you grow up around sports? And if you did you participate in school sports?
Well, even before high school, I played softball. I played a lot of softball. We were always on tournaments. So I played first base, catcher, pitcher, outfield. I love the game.
You have at some point in your life, I'm sure, been giving some advice or given some advice that you would like to probably share with us. What would that be?
Well, it's going to have to come from my dad being hard on me and raising me to be such a good person. He said, never tell a lie. If you don't tell a lie, you will not get in trouble. It will keep you out of trouble. So I've used that my whole life, and I still instill that into Bobby as well.
So join me, Bobby Paris, at halftime for more of Women of Fighting Indians football.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
Hi, Vero Beach. I'm Frank Storer from Tom Collins Insurance. Born and raised right here and a former Fighting Indian, I'm very proud to support this team in this great community. Tom Collins Insurance has been locally owned and operated right here since 1989. We are Vero. For all your insurance needs, my number is 772-778-9222. Go Indians.
WSCF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
Vero Nation Network and Christian FM Sports presents
Fighting Indians football.
Miller's got it. Turns it up. Spins out of it. Still on his feet. Turning on the Jets. Can he go? He's on the way. No one will catch him. Charlie Miller to the house. One guy to beat, and he's off to the races. Touchdown, MJ McGriff on the opening kickoff. Snap is there. The hold is down. The kick is blocked. It's blocked. Vero Beach here gonna win the ball game and beat Booker T. Washington here at home.
Oh my goodness! What a great play!
This is Fighting Indians football. Here's the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Live from Gainesville, home of the Buchholz Bobcats. It is Fighting Indians football. The Buchholz Bobcats and your Fighting Indians for week 2 of high school football. The Friday night lights are on, and it is game time. Hey, Vero Nation. Along with Gary Parris, I'm Paul Tipton, and we welcome you to Fighting Indians football. We're proud to bring you our 29th season of Indians football, and it is presented by Cafe 66. Derek and Matt on the sidelines. Stats tonight by Don Dexter. Our producer, Stephen Tipton. Our video producers, Brian Lewis. And we want to thank Miller West and Philip Florian, our camera operators, for tonight's contest as we get set for a rematch from last year where the Bobcats came to the Citrus Bowl and took a win from Vero Beach 38-23 last year, a game that Vero Beach led all the way into the fourth quarter, but then some miscues allowed the Bobcats to make a comeback and ultimately win the ball game. Can Vero Beach stay on the revenge tour? They avenged the loss from O'Galley a week ago. Can they get this one back tonight? We'll find out shortly. The Bobcats won the toss. They have elected to receive. So we'll get a chance to see, Gary Parris, the offense of the Bobcats that'll be led by the quarterback. No, not Trace Johnson. It is the coach's son, Andrew Whittemore.
And also you're going to see probably one of the best athletes on the field, Justin Williams, their running back wide receiver. This young man is talented. Last year he caught over 1,500 yards as a receiver. When they moved him into running back, he rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. He had 2,600 yards of total offense just himself. That's the kind of young man and an athlete that he is committed to some D1, or put it this way, he's being looked at and catered by D1s all around.
Yeah, I believe Justin right now is looking at Florida right now as his commitment.
I didn't want to say that.
Which okay, well, you know, it is his backyard here, so it's not a foregone conclusion, but the odds are that he is going to make Gainesville a home for at least a few more years in his football career.
Well, they're getting a good football player.
Yes, they are. We hope he's not too good tonight, but we do wish him well for the rest of the season. As Gary said, Justin Williams is kind of like last week when we had O'Galley and Larisi, is like they're all pro. That's what you put Justin Williams in that same category for the Buchholz Bobcats. Bobcats did win the toss. They elected to receive. Riley Swanson's going to get set to kick off. And here we go. Week 2 is underway, and it looks like we're going to have an offsides against Vero Beach as the flag comes down from the side judge.
So I'm not sure who he's pointing to. Somebody on the Vero side going down jumped the gun. I didn't see it myself, but apparently he must have been offside. That doesn't mean he wasn't, because I was looking at the kicker too.
So they'll back him up 5 yards, get set to re-kick here.
And Paul, these are the little mistakes that haunt you and hurt you. Let's hope it doesn't here, because now you've moved the ball back 5 yards, whereas he has a leg good enough to kick to the end zone from the 40. This one's going to come up with a dual return.
Indians are wearing their white jerseys tonight, red pants, red numbers, and red helmets. This kick will be a shorter one, a design pooch kick that's going to go back to the 20, but then the receiver falls down around the 15-yard line, so maybe a little gift for the Indians.
Well, you had a guy backing up, and you had a guy going forward. You always surrender to somebody's got to yell, me, mine, to get it, and that time they both kind of collided on that. They bumped each other, and the one that caught it actually lost about 7-8 yards from where he touched the ball.
So the Bobcats will start from their own 14-yard line, and number 9, Andrew Whittemore at quarterback, a sophomore, will have a 5-receiver set to start, first down and 10. Williams going to go wide right side. He's looking for him right away. Justin catches the ball, shakes off a tackle. He's at the 30, pushing his way to the 35, still on his feet, and will be stopped around the 38-yard line. And that's a first down for the Bobcats.
You can't miss those passes like that tackles. That's a missed tackle. You come flying up there, you got him. All you do is wrap him up, and you try to knock him out. It doesn't happen. He makes a little move. All he had to wrap him up, that would have been a 1-yard loss on that.
Picks up 24 on that catch. From the huddle, the Bobcats will send 3 receivers out there, 2 left, single right. Williams going to go in motion. It's going to be a handoff and up the gut past the 40 to the 42-yard line.
That's Chris Johnson, a senior, running on that one right there. Picks up 4 yards on the play. I mean,
Indeed he does.
That's positive yards on that first handoff there.
Brings up second down for the Bobcats. 2nd and 6. Ball at the Buchholz 42. Twin receivers on either side. Now they're going to go empty backfield. Screen pass left side is caught. Stumble. It could have been maybe a bigger play because had some blocks. Now it's going to be a flag coming in late in the backfield. Could be against Vero Beach here.
It was a tackle, was the young man that caught the ball, Cameron Bruce. He slipped and fell. And I don't see. Wow.
Actually, this is going to go against Buchholz. Let's go to Matt.
It was one of our end rushers that was coming around. I believe it was Davis, and he got around. He got pushed down, and as he started to get up, the Buchholz guy pushed him right in the back, right down again. This was in the backfield where the play took place.
Okay.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Those are the things that coaches despise because now instead of having some positive and a chance on a second down, or actually would have been third down, but now he gets the penalty and cost him 15 yards.
Yeah, you're looking down at a 2nd and 15. We got 10-28 here left in the first quarter. This is the opening drive of the ball game. It's going to be a direct to Williams. Williams going to try to push his way. We'll get a couple of yards past the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Yeah, nice job that time by the linebacker coming up. That looks like Justin Tun stepped up and made that hit there on that play. Nice tackle in there if that's a – actually, that was 24. Let me get that correct. That's Lockhart. Lockhart made that tackle. Nice job, Lockhart, coming in there and making that hit.
So looking at a 3rd down and 13. 4 receivers, 3 on the right, single to the left, 1 back in the backfield. Now empty it out as Whittemore looking, has time. Now he's going to try to run it. The defense shuts it down. He'll get almost back to the original line of scrimmage for 4th down.
And that's a great job there by Ryan Hendrickson. Got him a sack and a tackle for a loss on that play. Brings up 4th down. Good job.
Ryan had 8 tackles last week in the season opener, and tackle number 9 there helps force a punt situation against the Bobcats. Punt is away for Buchholz. It's heading towards the sideline. Takes a couple of bounces. Will go past the 30-yard line to about the 27.
That ball couldn't make his mind up whether he wanted to go left or go right. He went both ways.
All right, so that means now we see the Vero offense out on the field, Gary, and it's going to be led by E.J. White. 4-5 last week. Through the air, 74 yards and a touchdown. He rushed 7 times, 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, and one of those a 51-yard run.
You got Shadrach at the at the big set. Washington's at center, and Corbin is at the right guard. And then we have Quentin Dames at the left guard, and the two tackles are Champ and Romeo, are two tackles.
Vero Beach is going to go with a 5-wide set to start first down, as they'll have 4 bunched. And
timeout.
Something wasn't right, and Buchholz, I believe, had to call timeout here as they couldn't get the right personnel. So we'll step aside real quick. Vero Beach will have the ball when we come back.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
A septic system is only as good as the installation and maintenance. Reliable Septic is the name known along the coast for being the professionals who install and service these systems for both residential and commercial uses. They'll determine the on-site needs and design considerations for a complete wastewater treatment system. Thanks to Reliable Septic Service. 772-562-4242.
All right, Vero Beach has got the ball, first down and 10. EJ, he's going to run it up the gut. He'll spin for about a 2.5, maybe 3-yard gain on first down.
Well, they anticipated that, and Amarius Bryant, the linebacker, came up and made a tackle. You spread it out like that, they anticipated either a screen or a run play.
Quickly with a little bit of tempo here. Here comes the Fighting Indians. EJ, again, he's going to look to run off the right side. EJ past the 35-yard line, and it's going to set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, he's about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards short. Actually, he's close to about a yard now. They move it. That's, again, quarterback it just kind of steps back and then look like he's going to throw, then takes off and run, find the hole.
Indians looking at a 3rd and 1. Jacobs in motion. EJ going to try to muscle his way. Can he get enough of a lean?
Yes.
And it looks like he just got enough for the first down.
Well, he got hit a couple times, but on that side, Vargas at the tackle did a good job of getting Quentin Dames. Also gave him a little good push right there to help him on that play to get that first down. So that's a big first down for Vero Beach.
That's a Frank Stewara, Tom Collins Insurance first down. Ball at the 39. Going to go to the air. Pass. Melbourne's got it at the 45-yard line. Complete.
That is a nice throw out there to Melbourne. Melbourne makes a nice catch on that, and that's what it's designed for, to get you 5-6 yards. And you're lucky if you get a way to get up the field, you can.
About a 6-yard completion for E.J. White to Melbourne. 2nd and 4 from the 45 of Vero. Bands-off in motion. Little play action, little reversal here. Hand off the left side is Hillsman. And Jonathan leans for about a 2-yard gain.
That play took a little too long to develop on there, and the defense wasn't full with it. They were able to get their eyes on the ball fast, and they were able to. Now brings up 3rd and about almost 3 yards for the Indians to get a first down. I don't know if it's 2-down territory or not, but need to get it right here.
Hillsman last week, 8 carries, 35 yards, and a score. The Indians looking at a 3rd down and 3, looking to throw. EJ over the middle. He's got it completed. Shakes off a tackle is Stinson, and Stinson into Bobcat territory at the 30. That's a Frank Stewara, Tom Collins Insurance first down.
I really like Marcus Melbourne. Had an opportunity. If you get a chance to watch a replay, he literally is wide open down the middle of the field. But he hit the outside receiver, Stinson, and we got a big first down.
Timeout on the field for a water break at 6:18 here in the first quarter. We've got no score. We'll be back.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
We're back here at the Citrus Bowl, or excuse me, not the Citrus Bowl. We are at Citizens Stadium here tonight as it is 6:18 to go here in the first quarter. Vero Beach on the move as now they are in Bobcat territory at the 30 with a first down. E.J. White's completed a couple of passes here. This time he's going to run, finds a seam. He wiggles his way to about the 22.
All right, now what he's doing, he's counting men. If you have so many men in the box, then you have you're going to throw the ball or you're good. But he likes to run. They're playing like a 4-2, and they're getting themselves in a position where he can run. He picked up 8 yards on that play.
Second down and 2. Indians going to spread it out. Twin receivers on either side. EJ rolling out right, fires, looking for a receiver. It's caught by Stinson. Stinson leans forward past the 15 to the 13.
A little stick route to wide side of the field that time. He rolls to his right, and he hits his wide receiver. Beautiful throw. Nice catch by Stinson on that. Now they're down in that red zone, and they're down close to the getting closer to the goal line.
That is a Hummingbird Care Services red zone alert. As the Indians, again, 4 receiver set, 3 left, single right. And it looks like we're going to get 5 free yards as the defense was anticipating the snap. They guessed wrong.
Hey, I had a chance to meet, I already knew the family. Frank Stewart run into me and said, hey, I finally get a chance to meet the young one, but hey, you get a lot of airtime, don't you? Yeah, I like those first downs. Good client.
So it's a 1st and 5 now for Vero Beach after the offsides penalty against the Buchholz defense. EJ, he's going to try to run it. He finds a crease on the right side, leaning towards the end zone. He'll be just a yard or 2 shy.
And gets the first down. It's going to be 1st and goal from about the 1, isn't it?
1st and goal. That is a Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down, where it'll be 1st and goal for the Indians. Indians going to shift some personnel. We're going to see Render check into the ball game. Stinson will head to the sideline.
He's trying to get him up to the line of scrimmage quick.
Dag Bolin in the ball game as well as the up back. Keeper by EJ. EJ off the right side. Push forward. It's touchdown. EJ White.
Very good drive that time. Well executed by Coach Jay. His scheme was working. He's trying to take care of his quarterback. Threw some great passes. Did a lot of running there himself, but by design. What a good scheme. I love what he's doing right now for Vero Beach right now on that offense. Good job.
Swanson will come out for the extra point. Bazhoff will get set for the hold. Snaps there, the hold's down, the kick is up, and it is good. Vero Beach takes the early lead, 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106. or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by Molinary Pools.
How about a 10-play drive, 73 yards, 2-yard run by E.J. White. Vero Beach now leading 7-0 in that drive. E.J. was 3 for 3 from the air and ran for 26 yards. This scoring drive brought to you by the McCall Insurance Agency. Kick by Vero is going to go to about the 2-yard line. Returnable to the 10, 15, 20, 25. Spins to the 27-yard line. And that's about as far as the Bobcats will get to start their second possession of the night.
Good kick and a good return, too. I mean, he really got hit a little bit, got angled there, was not quite there. He missed. He spun around and got back to about the 27-yard line.
All right, so, Gary, we've got Burbick up front. We've got Hendricks up front. Davis was up front. He's not lined up at the moment, but we had the starting lineup earlier with Hendrickson and Davis and Berg there up front. You got Phillip and Stone. Stuckey playing in the linebackers as Williams going to get the handoff off the left side. He's got some blockers. He's at the 40, and he'll have enough for a Bobcat first down.
And there's the young man we talked about right there. That young man took a sweep to the right and was able to get that first down.
Picked up 14 on that play. Bobcats will move the chains. They're at the 41, their own, down 7-0.
I give that ball to 13 as many times as I can.
Whittemore, play action, looking downfield, fires, has his receiver. Williams shakes off a tackle, turning it upfield to the 35, down to the 30 of Vero Beach.
You have got to wrap him up. You cannot swipe at him or try to bring him down with an arm. That's not going to happen. I'll tell you what, it was a good rollout, a good throw, nice catch. He shook the first tackle, second, third, and fourth tackle. That's how good he is.
Picked up 29 on that pass completion from Whittemore to Justin Williams. And now the Bobcats at the Vero 30, first down and 10, trailing by a touchdown. 2:45 to go in the first quarter and counting. Williams will line up in the backfield. Looking to pass. Whittemore's going to go. He's got a receiver in the area, but he's going to overthrow him. Boy, he had a receiver, Menifee, wide open, and thankfully he overshot him.
Menifee you're right, been a good route. That's a blown coverage right there. I'm not sure who missed him. I don't know if it was the safety or the deep safety or one of the linebackers may have had that middle, but unbelievable. They're lucky. We were very lucky on that one.
Yeah, dodged that bullet. It's now 2nd and 10 at the Vero 30. From the huddle, the Bobcats will send 4 receivers. 3 left, single right, 1 back in the backfield is Menifee. Now Williams going to drift back, and Coach Whittemore is going to take his second timeout of the ball game of this first half.
He was about to run out of clock time.
Play clock was almost down. We'll step aside. Vero leads 7-0.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
Back here at Citizens, where it is second down for the Bobcats at the Vero 30. Buchholz trailing by a touchdown. Handoff's going to go to Williams. He's shaking off tackles. Will push ahead to about the about the 26-yard line. It'll be third down.
He has the ability to accelerate right from the handoff, and he stays low. He moves his legs. He churns his legs really well. Looks like he's got strong legs, and he's got a quick body, and he just kind of slides it very well. I thought he was only going to get 1 or 2 yards. He ends up with almost 5.
It'll be third down and 6. Williams going to go in motion to the right side. Whittemore, he's looking that way. Williams has got it. He'll turn it up to the 25 and upended out of bounds just shy of about the 23-yard line. And it'll be go time for the Bobcats, down by a touchdown, and it's 4th and short.
Well, you can actually see he caught that ball, and when he caught it, he was wide open. I don't think I'd give him that kind of a cushion. They're going to get up here and do the push. The tush push.
4th and short. Williams behind the line. Got enough of a surge. It'll be a first down.
Well, you got a good surge. That you get some big guys like that. That's hard to stop for a yard or two.
Yeah.
That's just hard to stop.
We've got 1:06 to go. First quarter. Clock now starts after they reset the chains. Ball will be at the 18-yard line. First down and 10. Buchholz is down by 7. They'll break the huddle with the play clock at 15. 3 receivers set. Twin on the left side. Now Menifee in motion out to the left side. Whittemore looks for Menifee over that side. He's caught it. Flag is down, and good job by the Vero defense to stymie that play.
I don't know what the flag may be on that unless there's personal foul, roughing the passer.
And that's exactly it.
Wow. Wow, you get a big defensive stand, and you end up, wow. He just pushed him to the ground, didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, what are you supposed to do? I'm not going to get into it. These are, you all concede if you're at home.
So, roughing the passer penalty will move the ball up to the 10-yard line. And it'll be first down. .28 seconds to go in this first quarter. 5 receivers set. 3 on the right, 2 on the left. Play clock is at 5. At 2. They get the snap off. Whittemore looking over the middle of the field. Has his receiver, Williams. Williams trying to push his way to the end zone, and he'll be stopped about an inch shy.
I tell you what, he's Mr. Everything. You want to run the ball, give it to him. If you want to catch the ball, find him. Good throw by Whittemore, and he found his open receiver and just about a foot short. I mean, it's almost like you can breathe, and the ball will move, and it'll be a touchdown.
So it'll be first and goal. Williams going to line up for the direct snap, takes it off the right side, and he'll get in easily into the end zone for the score.
That was a well-orchestrated Justin Williams drive.
Yeah, no kidding.
Couple of good throws, though, by Whittemore in that drive as well.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see the kick for the extra point. Genta. Who's been pretty much automatic. Snaps there, the hole's down, the kick is up.
I don't think it.
And did he make it? No, he did not.
Didn't think he made it.
How about the announcer jinx working in our favor?
Yeah.
So Vero Beach still holds on to the lead, 7-6.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
8 plays to go, 73 yards, a 1-yard run by Justin Williams. Of course, that drive was aided by a pass interference penalty against Vero Beach. Debatable, but instead it is a 7-6 lead for Vero Beach after the missed extra point.
A roughing the passer.
Excuse me, you're right. Kick is in the air. It's high, it's deep, but it's returnable at the 4. To the 10, 15, and out of bounds near the 20-yard line. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of play. Vero Beach took its opening drive, went 73 yards in 10 plays, and they're going to go at the end of one, leading by 1 point, 7-6. This is Fighting Indians football.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
EJ on first down gets a pass. Jarvis Jacobs catches it for about 6-7 yards as he gets past the 25 to about the 27.
That's a quick throw, little stick route by Jarvis Jacobs, and a nice throw by E.J. White. He hits him right on the numbers, and that picks up almost 8-9 yards on that play.
Paul Tipton, Gary Paris, Derek, and Matt down on the sidelines as we're in week 2. Vero Beach traveling to Gainesville to take on Buchholz Bobcats, leading 7-6 as we just start the second quarter. Keeper by White. Wiggles his way past the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance first down.
That was just a good design play. Got in behind Big Champ and Corbin on that side. There's some big boys on that side. And they got a good push and a good shove.
First and 10. 3-4 receiver set. Twins on either side. Vero's up 7-6. Just starting the second quarter. White looking to throw. He's going to let it fly down the field. He's got Stinson. Stinson goes up and high points it, but then it falls incomplete. He couldn't bring it all the way down.
Yeah, it was an incomplete pass, but I tell you what, he's got a hand to grab that. He had it. The defender does a great job of coming back and taking it out of his hand. Almost intercepted it.
How about the pass by EJ?
Hey, yeah. To me,
Wow.
he was trying to wait till Stinson. He had protection, allowed Stinson to get downfield, and it needed to be about, to me, just a little bit, about a foot more. But Stinson makes a great effort on that.
There's been a 35, 40-yard pass there by EJ. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Trips to the left side this time for the receiver set. White again looking to throw. Finds Jacobs. Jacobs goes down and gets it. Good job by Jarvis.
It's a low throw to him. He caught it. He made the knee catch, but I think if he'd have caught it higher, he'd have been hit too because he was right there. But that was a good throw. Good stick route. Nice catch. Now you got 3rd down, and these are manageable 3rd downs when you got 4 and 5 yards to go.
Indians will set up with 2 receivers on either side for 3rd and 5. White's looking to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out. He's going to let it fly. He's got Hillsman wide open at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Shakes a tackle. Touchdown, Jonathan Hillsman.
Boy, somebody blew a coverage on that play for the Buchholz Bobcats. And guess who? Jonathan Hillsman takes advantage of it. How about the quarterback able to scramble, found Hillsman in the flats on a deep flag route or a wheel route maybe, and literally threw it right into him, and it was just a question whether he can outrun him. He makes a good move at the 5 and goes in for the touchdown.
Wow, what a play by E.J. White to get time, and another great play by Hillsman to use his speed and athleticism to get to the end zone. Extra point is up, and it is good. Vero Beach extends the lead 14-6.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
The nonprofit Mental Health Association in Indian River County offers free walk-in screenings. No appointment is needed. Check out their other services at mhairc.org or walk in at 820 37th Place, Vero Beach, because it's okay to get help.
5 plays, 80 yards. What a throw from E.J. White to Jonathan Hillsman for 63 yards, and Vero Beach extends the lead 14-6. That is the McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive as the Indians will get set to kick off here in just a moment as we are just into the the second quarter with 10:01 on the clock. And Vero Beach up 14-6, waiting for Swanson to kick off. And Riley booms this one. Hits right at the goal line. How about that? It's a touchback.
It's a touchback, and that one,
I didn't think that was possible.
I didn't think so either. So that kid didn't have a chance to get the longest return in high school history.
It's still intact. O'Galley still got it.
Yeah.
All right, Gary. So Vero Beach up 14-6. What's your early takeaways?
Well, I love the way E.J. White has been in command, in charge. He runs the ball well. He's been able to hit several receivers, the different receivers. Offensive line doing a great job of protecting for him. Defense, we've got to tackle better. We've got to trust our abilities to get over there and make plays. They've been breaking, they've been shaking, and they've been making some big runs.
1st down and 10 for the Bobcats. Handoff. Collision at the line of scrimmage, but a good surge will get to the 26-yard line to pick up 6 for the run play.
I tell you what, they got a big offensive line to themselves. They got B.C. Brady, B.C. Brady does a big job up there at center, and the other guy up there is number 74, Michael Edwards.
Pick up 6, 2nd and 4. 5 receiver set now, empty backfield for Andrew Whittemore. Play clock inside 10. Whittemore, he's going to keep it. He's got a lane right in front of him. He's going to have a 1st down and more. Shakes off a few tackles to get to the 40-yard line.
He better be careful. He's a young guy, sophomore. You lower your helmet. Now, he got the run, did a good job. But you're being vulnerable yourself to getting your neck hurt on that. You got to go down.
Picked up 14 on that run. They'll put the ball at the 40-yard line of Buchholz. Scores 14-6 in favor of Vero Beach. 8:50 to go, second quarter. Tight formation with just 2 receivers spread out left side. Handoff right side, shakes off a tackle. Got a flag down, most likely a face mask call coming up against the defense. Still a good run for the Bobcats. Pick up a good 7 yards on the play.
That one came fast and that one came quick. I don't know who did it inside, but it was I think it may have. I'm not sure who did it. Instant replay, I couldn't even find it, but I'm sure no one's arguing.
Yeah, it was there. As much as I hate to have to accept the penalty, it was there.
Don't you know you're on the line in 40, and this guy's going to walk off, count 15 yards when all you have to do is take it down to the 45. Yeah,
I don't know, my friend. So Buchholz now into Vero territory at the 45. Oh, and now we're going to give him 5 more yards as we just jumped off sides.
Tristan Davis, young man, is having a good year. One thing he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. First thing he did, he patted himself. It was me.
So put it to the 40 now, where it'll be 1st and 5. And just like that, the Bobcats got 20 yards in penalties against Vero. Whittemore looking to throw, fires right side. It's caught, turn it upfield, and it is a nice 6-yard completion and a first down for the Bobcats.
That's just a quick out there to Marquell Brooks out there. Quick out, slot receiver. He goes down about 5-6 yards, just does a nice sharp turn, and ball's thrown on time. I tell you what, Whittemore looks good as a sophomore throwing the ball.
He does. He's been sharp. First down and 10 at the 34 of Vero.
Wildcat.
Now they're going to shift some things around. Williams going to line up at quarterback, and Whittemore are going to go out to the wide out on the left. Keeper, Williams, up the gut. Will get to the 30-yard line, and another flag coming in.
I don't know what that could be. The guy from the, if it's not holding.
It will be a hold against the offense of Buchholz.
It had to be holding for him to throw it right there.
We got 7.5 to go in this second quarter. Vero's up 14-6. Holding penalty against Buchholz is going to push the Bobcats back to the Vero 44-yard line, where now it's 1st and 20. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a long throw here, Gary.
It's got to happen. I'm looking for the guy in this slot.
2 receivers over on the left side. Whittemore, he's looking that way. He's going to let it fly. It's going to go over the intended receiver, which is Williams. Good coverage. That's Haywood out there providing coverage on that corner spot.
Absolutely. He did right in front of Williams and would not allow. Williams pushed him down. I mean, he just they had contact. He was looking, didn't say anything. Our sideline reporter, Matt, he was yelling to the official, throw the flag, throw the flag.
Wait a minute, Matt? Matt yelling at
Down
the
here
official?
I'm begging for a flag.
No way. 2nd down and 20. Twin receivers on either side. Actually, you're going to go empty backfield, 5 set. Looks like the offense, and then they move. Yeah. Looked like from our angle, Gary, that the receiver was lined up off sides and then false start on top of it.
Yeah, there was a false start on the other side, but on this side it was a offsides. And
All right, so the Bobcats are going backwards right now, 2nd and 25.
Let me say, this is so important of possession. If we can stop them here, that means we've gained 2 extra possessions in this first half. We need to stop them.
All right, the ball at the 49 of Vero, 2nd and 25. 4 receivers set, and make it 5 now as he goes empty backfield. Whittemore looking to set up a screen underneath, and it goes right through the receiver's hands. Incomplete.
I wish he'd have caught it because he would have lost about 2 yards on
Actually,
that play.
I thought off the tip we might get a chance at it. And it falls incomplete. It's 3rd down and 25.
Be fundamentally sound here. Be fundamentally sound.
So the Bobcats have to get all the way to the 24-yard line of Vero Beach to get a first down. Twin receivers on either side. Whittemore looking to throw, fires left side, and his receiver was not on the same page. That was Brooks. It falls incomplete, and it's 4th down.
Well, they ran a comeback route to the side, to that side, to his left side. The receiver went down, but the quarterback threw it toward the sideline, and when he planted, he was inside the numbers, and that was a tough cut to come back and get that one. So defense does a good job. They stayed fundamentally sound. They were, if he'd have caught it, it still would have been short of a first down.
Punt situation for the Bobcats. Punt is away. High, towering punt. Best to just get away from it. And Vero will. And they're going to let the ball run. Did it get to the end zone?
Get to the end zone.
It did. It got a touchback.
Wow.
Wow, they had a chance to down it right at the 1 or the 2. Instead, it gets into the end zone,
Now
and it'll be a touchback.
They got a flag on the play. I believe it's against Vero. I think it's on after the punt. It may have been a punt after the punt.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
You know what? The way they're marking this, it looks like it's on the 1.
No, they can't. He took it in the end zone. Well, I say he did.
There was a. Let's check in with Matt.
Guys, just from down here on the sideline, it looked like the young man downed it at the 1, but his feet, the end zone already. It looked from down here, that's what it looked like.
And you can't be in the end zone and do it. You cannot be in the end zone.
So a lengthy discussion with the officiating crew.
Well, at least I say you can't be. I don't think you can.
I think they're going to mark it at the, they're going to mark it there, Gary.
Holding called on us on the return.
All right, so Vero Beach is going to start from their own 1-yard line, leading 14-6. And Coach Jankowski's like asking questions now. And I agree.
I agree, too. You cannot have your body in the end zone and touch it at the same time to knock it out.
Yeah, and I can just tell you that the answers that Coach Jay is getting, it's not good. Huh. So basically what we're hearing is that the ref gave the wrong signal, or he didn't mean to give the touchback signal.
That's all we had to go with. And he was the guy standing right there.
Right. All right, so Vero Beach still going to have it at its own 1-yard line where it's 1st down and 10. E.J. White from the gun. It's going to be a handoff. And, boy, we just got back out of the end zone. It'll be second down for the Indians.
Yeah.
Let's go to Matt.
Actually fumbled that ball, and he was able to jump back on it. That's how crucial that one was right there.
I saw it. I saw it pop, and I started to say it may have looked like he fumbled it.
Second down. Basically a 2nd and 9 for Vero. A lot of shifting around. Plenty of time on the clock. Still 14 seconds on the play clock. EJ, he's looking to throw. A little swing pass, and it's wide open. Hillsman down the sideline, 30, and he's out of bounds. Well, what a nifty little play by Vero Beach. Could have been a home run. Instead, it's a big first down, brought to you by Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance.
It's a swing route out of the backfield. He came in, he was lined up. He rolls, he just swings to the outside, and he's wide open on that play.
Yeah, one of the defenders for the Bobcats got enough of a shove on him for Jonathan to go out of bounds. Water break timeout at 6:29 here in the second quarter. Vero Beach leading 14-6.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by Sacred Alkaline Water.
Back here at Citizens Field. We're in the second quarter, 6.5 to go. Paul, Gary, Matt, Derek here tonight. And Vero Beach leading right now 14-6. A nice little play out of the shadow of the goalpost there for Vero Beach on 2nd down and 9. A little swing path, and Jonathan Hillsman almost was going to the distance, but a little shove got him out of the bounds around the 27-yard line where it's 1st down and 10 for Vero Beach. White looking to throw. Little pass. Oh, he had Render wide open in the seam, and it falls incomplete.
You can't throw the ball that hard. That was a hard-thrown ball. The tight end came right out of it, but a good job. They faked the block, and all he had to do was put a little soft touch on it. And again, it would have been it was a hard catch to catch that hard. It was a high anyway. Wow, he'd like to have that one back. That's if he could run well fast, he would have had a touchdown.
2nd down and 10. Vero's going to send 3 receivers left side. Hillsman's going to go in motion from the backfield. A little swing pass for Jonathan. Jonathan trying to shake tackles, and now flags coming in. I don't like where those flags are landing. Oh,
roughing the passer.
Wow, going to go against Buchholz. Did not see that coming.
I mean, I'm going to watch it on instant replay here. He pushed him.
Little shove. It was about the same as what we did. Yeah, so at least there's consistency.
I don't like the call.
But
I didn't like the call they threw against us.
Yeah. So that's going to move the chains for us.
Get us a 1st down.
Yeah, it will be a 1st down all the way to the 40-yard line for Vero Beach. And I guess it is a 1st down. So I guess technically, you want to do it, Gary?
What's that?
Sponsored?
Oh, yeah, that makes it a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance 1st down.
And on first, White's looking to throw over the middle. He's got a receiver. Bantoff's got it. Austin trying to shake the tackles, will go down into Buchholz territory around the 43-yard line, and that is a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance 1st.
That was a beautiful throw by E.J. White to Austin Van Zapt. I think that's his second, maybe 1st or 2nd catch this year in the season, but that was a big one.
Picked up 17 on that catch. Trips to the left side on 1st down and 10. And, movement at the line. And it looks like the Bobcats jumped.
You know what's doing a good job is White is not in a cadence by design. He's in his own little cadence right now. He'll either hurry up one play or he'll clap his hand, wait a second, and then say, and he'll snap. The center can snap the ball anytime once he claps. He doesn't have to do it when he claps, but once he claps, he's got to be ready for it.
1st and 5. 5:20 to go in the second quarter. White, again, looking to throw. He's got Stinson, who's got a step, and Stinson's got it for the touchdown.
That was pick and throw it out there, baby. Just pick that one up and bring it on home. That was a big play right there. Nice toss.
Wow.
Nice toss by you could see the protection up front. Stinson just outruns his defender, and EJ goes, oh, okay. Boom, laid it out
What
there.
a pretty throw.
What a soft touch he had.
Wow. About a 40-yard throw.
That's his second touchdown.
47-yard throw for E.J. White to Xavier Stinson. And Swanson out to try the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, all good. Vero Beach extending the lead, 21-6.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Caps Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Caps offers Italian cuisine, including pizzas, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Caps Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277 or capspizzamenu.com.
Well, Vero Beach extends that lead 21-6 thanks to a 99-yard drive, 5 plays, a 43-yard reception by Xavier Stinson at your McCall Insurance Agency scoring drive. The kickoff is returnable at the 3-yard line to the 20, 25, to the 35. Good return by the Bobcats.
That was Justin Williams. Hey, we just got a text. You know, old football coaches and now's principals, they know the game pretty good. We got a text from a former coach here, outstanding coach, Mark Harris, texted us and said, guys, if the ball's in, it doesn't have to be, if your feet are in the end zone, it has to be the ball that has to be in the end zone. But the feet, it was okay. That was a good call then by the officials. Thank you, Mark, for correcting it.
And correcting Gary. I appreciate you doing that, Mark. I always appreciate that. 1st down and 10. Buchholz is down 21-6. They'll start from their own 35. A little toss to the left. Good surge by Menifee. Got him about 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, he's got a good toss, just a toss and everything right on this. Now they got this possession here. Indians have taken 2 possessions away from them. They can't afford to give Vero Beach another one. So they know what's ahead right now because Indians get the ball to start the second half.
2nd down and 4. 2 receivers to the right side. Whittemore going to hand it off. And it's Menifee again, and another good surge by Menifee who gets to midfield, and it's a 1st down.
Well, I don't know where our linebackers were on that play. There was a crease there, and you would think you would find your linebackers that would make an effort to, be there to do it, but I didn't see neither one of them. I don't know if they picked the wrong side or picked the hole, but he got right through that and got a 1st down.
Spot the ball at midfield. 1st and 10. Buchholz down 21-6. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Another handoff. Menifee. Boy, he just takes the punishment, and he'll surge to the 45 of Vero Beach. Another 5 yards.
That was Lance Stone. That linebacker ran right smack into him, and he's so quick coming up that hole. He gets his ball. He's running like he's running downhill with his speed, and he put a good hit. Both of them did. Stone got a good hit, and he got a good hit on Stone. That's football right there.
2nd and 5. Bobcats will line up 2 receivers to the right side. Way out on the right is Justin Williams. Whittemore, another handoff. Menifee. This time he's caught at the line of scrimmage. And how about old Bobby Burbick getting in the backfield?
Absolutely. There you go, Bobby Burbick. Burbick, it goes from the outside. No gain at all. That is unbelievable. Good job, Bobby. Brings up 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down for these guys.
Got to believe this is 2-down territory for Coach Whittemore.
Absolutely, because your clock's running out here. They got a little over 2.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Going to go with that same looking formation. 2 receivers wide to the right side. 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. It's a 3rd and 5. Whittemore, he's looking to throw this time. Fires. He's got a receiver open. That is Williams. Williams trying to find some space, and he'll just push his way to the 32-yard line and a 1st down.
He's a guy that I would put 2 guys on, but he had such an open cushion right there. When he made his turn and his catch, we were 3 or 4 yards away from him. I think I would be finding out what kind of gum he's chewing. That's how close I'd play on him.
That's a 1st down for the Bobcats. Ball at the 32. As we approach 2 minutes remaining, second quarter, 21-6 lead for Vero. This time they shifted 2 receivers to the left side. Little toss left, Menifee. Stuckey gets in, or Lockhart gets in the backfield, and a good play, a tackle for a loss.
Yeah, that was a good play by Lockhart. He does a good job on that, reading well as from the linebacker position. Actually, he's kind of playing, they're using, well, he is a linebacker right now. No, they got 3 of them. He's like a nickel back out there right now.
So a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. 90 seconds to go, second quarter.
I'd be looking for 13.
And he's wide to the right. Whittemore, he's looking that direction. He's going to fire, looking for another receiver. That's Brooks. Brooks catches the ball, and it'll be a gain of about 6 on the play.
They have, no, I don't believe they have any timeout. Yeah, they have 1 timeout.
I think they have 1 left.
Yeah.
Inside a minute to go. It's 3rd down. 3rd and 5.
Big down here.
Williams wide to the left side on this formation. Whittemore barking out some calls. And now, timeout's going to be taken by Vero Beach. Stops the clock at 34 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. We'll be back.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or parisfamilychiro.com.
WSTF Vero Beach, Christian FM.
Vero takes a timeout to talk some things over defensively. They did not like what they saw from that offensive formation. So back out on the field for 3rd down and 5. This time the formation has a 5-receiver set. 3 left, 2 on the right. Whittemore looking over the defense, takes the snap. Going to fire downfield. He's got a receiver in the area. Flag's going to come in. They're going to call pass interference against the defense.
That'll be on Lockhart. He was the cover man on that play. And again, I don't think he would have caught it, but I don't think he was afraid to take a chance. So he made contact with him as they were running down the field. That's a good call. He had his back turned, and the ball was thrown, and he was all over him.
So the penalty will give the Bobcats a first down. And they haven't even marked it off yet. It'll be just, looks like maybe inside the 15-yard line, or on the 14-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. 26 seconds to go, second quarter. Vero's up 21-6.
It's a big stop here, what I think you need really bad. Big stop some way, somehow.
Empty backfield. And we just jumped and gave him 5 yards.
That's a gift. That's a gift. Those are discipline factors, and coaches work on that, and they get themselves very, very intense when you jump that and you get out of there. There's no reason. You've got to watch the ball. Everybody's watching the ball.
So it is a first down and 5. Ball now inside the 10 to the 8. A lot of shifting around for the Buchholz offense. Still an empty backfield, 5 wide, 3 left, 2 right. Whittemore looking left, going to fire, looking in the corner. Brooks is there, and he's got it.
That was a beautiful throw, beautiful route ran, and he was wide open. I mean, you couldn't have asked and run it any better than that.
So Buchholz able
They're going to go for 2 here now.
Answer, yeah. They missed the extra point earlier, so they're going to try to see if they can get back on track here and turn it into a 7-point deficit. As it's 21-12 at the moment.
Wow, what a throw and a good route. Wow, they answered back. They needed to on that one too.
No, instead they're going to go for 1, Gary.
Yeah.
Genta out for the extra point. And flag's going to stop the play. Did we jump?
Oh, my goodness. How can you make a silly mistake like that on extra points? Now you give it to them. You almost have to go for 2.
It might change their mind now, Gary.
That's just there's a certain amount of discipline you got to have. And understand it's a game. It's an emotional game. And they've declined it. They declined it, and I guess they just don't have that old tush-cush.
Defense has had 6 penalties tonight. Extra point is up, and he boomed that one. That's out in the parking lot. It's good. Makes it 21-13 now with 19 seconds remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, Gary, so Vero Beach, do you try to make this a possible 2-for-1 situation because they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter?
Yeah, you don't want to turn it over here. You've got 19 seconds. Be smart. I would think, hey, listen, unless I can throw, depends on where they kick it, what field position I have, how much time's left on the clock. You might want to throw a Hail Mary type pass. But the one thing you don't want to do is fumble it or intercept it and let them go back on you. So I almost feel that, again, it's better to be safe. You got the ball to start the second half, and you're up by 8 points.
Townsend and Jacobs back deep for Vero Beach. Let's see what Buchholz does, if they even give him an opportunity to try to kick it. And Genta, he can actually boom this, so can he get it to the end zone? Nope, it's going to be caught at the 1, returnable. Here we go to the 10, 15, 20, And that's where we're stopped.
That's a good kick, good high kick, good coverage.
All right, so you got 13 seconds, 80 yards.
I be honest with you, I say they can call a timeout what they want to, but that's the last one. But I don't know that you take any chances here.
Well, let's see what happens here. First down and 10 from our 20. Going to line up 3 receivers to the left side, a single on the right. White's thrown 2 touchdown passes already in this first half. Vanzhoff in motion, stops. Keeper, White. And he'll just work his way towards the out-of-bounds mark. Clock will stop at 6.9 seconds.
Again, that was a safe play. If he could have got the seam or something, they would have given it to him because how fast he is. But this, if he keeps it in, he doesn't throw it incomplete or doesn't go out of bounds here, this could be your last play of the first half.
Same formation. 2nd and 9. Handoff, caught in the backfield is Jonathan Hillsman. And that'll do it for the first half of play as the clock reaches 0. Boy, what a first half it was for Vero Beach. E.J. White ran one in. He's thrown for 2 touchdown passes on the night, 1 for 63, 1 for 43 yards. Let's go down to the field, check in with Matt, who's got Coach Jay.
Hey, Coach, how about this offense with EJ? Yeah, except for that one right there, just a few plays, few seconds, 3 for 3 with touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing well on offense. That was a little bit of a backbreaker. We had a couple defensive penalties there on that last one. But we go into halftime with the lead. Obviously, we received the second half kickoff, and we got to continue to keep this pace. Because they're an explosive team. Number 13's a great player. We obviously need an answer for him. But they're a good team. They're well coached, and we got to play equally as hard the second half.
Will do. Thanks for sitting with us, Coach. We'll let you give it to the players.
All right, thanks, Matt, with Coach Jankowski there as we'll head to halftime. Our Genesis Church of Vero Beach halftime show featuring women of the Fighting Indians with host Bobby Paris. We will step aside. Vero Beach goes to the locker room with the lead, 21-13. This is Fighting Indians football.
Hello, I'm Derek, the senior pastor of the Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
And I am Ryan, the voice of Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
We would like to invite you to...
Wait a minute, I should do this because I'm the voice.
Then you go right ahead, Ryan.
I will. I would like to invite you to join us on Sunday mornings at 10:15 a.m. for worship at our new location.
It's at 3660 16th Street, right beside Rosewood Magnet School and right across the street from Leisure Square Recreation Center, right here in Vero Beach.
Hey, I was going to say that before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Please continue.
At Genesis Church, we love Jesus and we love people, so we hope you come join us this Sunday at 10:15 a.m.
The Genesis Church of Vero Beach, a place of love where honest men are known, unafraid to love the hardest heart of stone.
You talk too much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Stick with me, kids. Stick with me.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians halftime show, brought to you by Genesis Church of Vero Beach. Here's your host, Bobby Paris.
Welcome to Women of the Fighting Indians. I'm Bobby Paris, and I have the privilege of talking to the moms of our football players who have worked so hard to reach this level of play. And a big thank you to their moms for their support and sacrifices over the years to make this happen. My guest this evening is the adorable Melanie Burbick. She looks like she came right out of high school, but she is the mom to number 85, Bobby Burbick, defensive lineman, 6'3", 221 pounds, who was our player of the week for our Kickoff Classic against Miami Norland. He had a great game, obviously, so congrats to him and his proud mama. Welcome, Melanie.
Thank you, Bobby, for having me. It's such a pleasure.
Okay, well, it's great to have you here. Now, this is about you, so I want you to tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Oklahoma. I went to high school in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. It's just a little town right outside of Tulsa, but we graduated with over 1,000 students. And then I went on to the University of Tulsa, where I got my nursing career. And I've been a nurse ever since. It's been quite a lot of years there. And then I went on to work as a traveling nurse, where I ended up living in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where I met Bobby's dad. And I had my daughter with us, and we lived there for several years. My daughter is Bobby's bigger sister. She loves having a little brother, not so much when they were younger, but nowadays she's very, very proud of him. Her name is Bailey, and she is a boat captain, and she's currently taking tourists out on the boats up in Alaska this summer. And prior to that, she was a boat captain in Key West, where she just took tourists out there.
What an exciting career, boat captain. And we did an Alaskan trip. Maybe she was our captain. I don't know. But anyway, that is amazing. Any other family members that live around in Florida?
Most of our family members do not. They're still either in Oklahoma or back in Massachusetts on the Cape. But my mom lives with me now.
Nursing, that's an amazing career. And I think that's a true calling when you go into nursing. You are so busy. You have this career as a nurse, RN. You are living with your mom, which means you're a certain amount of a caretaker. You have a full-time job, Mom, all of that. How do you keep it together? How do you keep it organized?
Well, Bobby, keeping it organized is so much easier with our technology that we have today. My iPhone is my buddy, and that calendar app on there is just one that I always put everything in there and set reminders for at least a week or 2 days before.
Well, I know. I had, I guess before the cell phones, it was sticky notes all over the refrigerator and a lot of crock pot cooking on those Friday nights. Anyway, I'm glad we're past that. Did you grow up around sports? And if you did you participate in school sports?
Yes, I did. My dad was a really big Dallas Cowboys fan, and he raised me to be one. Now living in Tampa, of course, I'm a Buccaneers fan. I have season tickets to that. But in high school, I played, even before high school, I played softball. I played a lot of softball. We were always on tournaments. So I played first base, catcher, pitcher, outfield. I love the game.
Yeah. I can tell you that in the off season, when Gary, my husband, wasn't playing NFL, he played softball. And those were our weekend vacations with the family. And I mean, we went all over. He was Mr. World second base. I don't know, something crazy. But I can tell you, girls softball fascinates me. They are some amazing athletes. So kudos to you. That's terrific. I can see where maybe Bobby gets a little bit of those athletic genes. That's great. Women of Fighting Indians football will continue right after this.
Hello, I'm Derek, the senior pastor of the Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
And I am Ryan, the voice of Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
We would like to invite you to...
Wait a minute, I should do this piece. I'm the voice.
Then you go right ahead, Ryan.
I will. I would like to invite you to join us on Sunday mornings at 10:15 a.m. for worship at our new location.
It's at 3660 16th Street, right beside Rosewood Magnet School and right across the street from Leisure Square Recreation Center, right here in Vero Beach.
Hey, I was going to say that before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Please continue.
At Genesis Church, we love Jesus and we love people, so we hope you come join us this Sunday at 10:15 a.m.
The Genesis Church of Vero Beach, a place of love where honest men are known, unafraid to love the hardest heart of stone.
You talk too much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Stick with me, kids. Stick with me.
The McCall Agency, Inc. owner is a fourth-generation Vero Beach resident and big supporter of the community and the Fighting Indians. The McCall Agency, Inc. is an independent agency and broker whose motto is securing your future one policy at a time. To learn more about personal, commercial, life, or health insurance services, Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856 or McCallAgencyInc.com.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church of Vero Beach. Once again, Bobby Paris.
My guest this evening is the adorable Melanie Burbick. She is the mom to number 85, Bobby Burbick, defensive lineman, 6'3", 221 pounds, who was our player of the week for our Kickoff Classic against Miami Norland. Does Bobby have an interest in other sports?
Yeah, Bobby's always been into sports. He used to be in swimming. He won 4 medals in one day at a tournament. He's played soccer ever since he was very little. Then he's played a lot of basketball. And living in Vero, he's played mostly football and basketball. And a little bit of lacrosse last year, which he liked.
I had to learn that lacrosse game my granddaughter played, and it was fun. I did learn a lot, too. It was really a cool game. Now, we're going to turn it a little bit. I'm a big proponent for student athletes, with student being number 1. How are Bobby's grades?
Bobby has really made it so easy on me. I don't know how he's done it throughout his high school career. He's probably only made 3 Bs. Oh, my goodness. It's amazing. He's in honors. He just keeps bringing those A's home. I used to pay him for every A. He doesn't ask anymore. Yeah.
All right, Mama, bragging rights, dual enrollment, honors, making straight A's. Holy cow. I'm telling you, and these guys are busy with the football and everything. So, God, that is so refreshing to hear. It really is. Well, we got a little side note here. We found out that Bobby's also in chorus, so he has some hidden talent. I think that's amazing. And he plays the guitar. She's telling me all this as we started talking. Well, he's just a multitude of surprises, talent, and athleticism. That is so cool. Now, Melanie, you have at some point in your life, I'm sure, been given some advice that you would like to probably share with us. What would that be?
Well, it's going to have to come from my dad being hard on me and raising me to be such a good person. He said, never tell a lie. If you don't tell a lie, you will not get in trouble. It will keep you out of trouble. So I've used that my whole life, and I still instill that into Bobby as well.
Boy, is that important. You can really avoid a lot of problems by just being truthful. May hurt sometimes, but it's really true. Well, with that being said, you have been the mom of an athlete for quite a while. What kind of information or maybe even a little advice could you give to the mom of an athlete in high school today?
Well, I think you kind of have to use the old, if they're hungry or tired, you got to fix that first, but you have to keep them grounded. You have to listen to them, and whatever that they want to do, you just have to be very supportive and keep them instilling good sportsmanship and sportsmanlike conduct is really important.
Kind of gets back to that being honest and true. Well, and because of that, what 3 priorities that you feel are necessary for raising a successful child?
Well, it'd be going back to my dad's advice of honesty. You know, you got to be true to yourself, respect others, and be humble. And never run out of the OxyClean at home, because these sports jerseys and shorts and athletic gear need to be clean.
I agree. And that does help with some success, doesn't it? Melanie, if we could give you a day just for you in a perfect world, what would that look like?
Oh, I think it would be like a day of shopping, buying something that I had my eye on, and definitely a spa day just to get pampered, you know, nails, hair, massage.
Turn the cell phone off unless you're on fire. Don't call me. Yeah. All righty. It's been a great pleasure talking with you, Melanie, and getting to know the Burbick family a little better. We will certainly be watching number 85 as he helps his team to a winning season, and know that you all will be part of that 12th man in the huddle, in the stands, yelling loud and proud. So with that, we end this by saying, Go Fighting Indians!
Hello, I'm Derek, the senior pastor of the Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
And I am Ryan, the voice of Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
We would like to invite you to...
Wait a minute, I should do this because I'm the voice.
Then you go right ahead, Ryan.
I will. I would like to invite you to join us on Sunday mornings at 10:15 a.m. for worship at our new location.
It's at 3660 16th Street, right beside Rosewood Magnet School and right across the street from Leisure Square Recreation Center, right here in Vero Beach.
Hey, I was going to say that before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Please continue.
At Genesis Church, we love Jesus and we love people, so we hope you come join us this Sunday at 10:15 a.m.
The Genesis Church of Vero Beach, a place of love where honest men are known, unafraid to love the hardest heart of stone.
You talk too much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Stick with me, kids, stick with me.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
The nonprofit Mental Health Association in Indian River County offers free walk-in screenings. No appointment is needed. Check out their other services at mhairc.org or walk in at 820 37th Place, Vero Beach, because it's okay to get help.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of a local business family and they're Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church of Vero Beach. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Well, hey there, Vero Nation. Thanks for joining us as we are in Gainesville tonight to take on Buchholz. We're at Citizens Field here tonight, and it's halftime, and Vero Beach leading 21-13. And we'll get into some numbers here in just a moment. But, Gary, I'm kind of interested to hear your thoughts, first half thoughts from both sides. I mean, what do you think about Vero Beach's offense and defense right now?
I think the offense has done exactly what it needed to do. They've had 3 real possessions, and they've scored on them. Buchholz has had 4 possessions, and they got 2 scores. So that's why we're up right now by 1. And we get the ball to start the second half. So I think that Buchholz is playing good ball. They got, as we've seen, their quarterback is lighting it up right now. Mm-hmm. Andrew Whittemore, sophomore, but he's got such great talented people around him, and they've been able to get the ball in Justin Williams' hands so often, and we've seen what kind of athlete he is.
Well, let's take a look at the Durfee's Heating and Cooling first half stats. 232 to 174. That's yards of offense, and Vero Beach leading that one tonight. How about E.J. White here in this first half? 9 of 11 for 199 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's just playing the role of quarterback. He has rushed for 8 times and 31 yards. Ground game's got 33 yards of offense right now. You got Stinson. He's got 3 catches for 76 and a touchdown. You got Hillsman with 2 catches and 87 yards and a touchdown. Then you got, Melbourne's been relatively quiet tonight, Gary. He's only got 1 catch for 6 yards. Jacobs has got 2 for 13. And Banshoff's got 1 for 17 yards. So 8 first downs for Vero Beach. And then, as you would expect, Justin Williams is pretty much about 80-85% of the yardage and offense for the Bobcats tonight. Williams on the ground's got 5 carries for 24 yards and a score. Whittemore has got, he's 11 of 14, 103 yards and a touchdown. Brooks has got the touchdown, but Williams has got 5 catches for 80 yards. So, as you would expect, you got an all-pro, you use your all-pro.
He's talented. You need to get the ball in his hands, and the problem is he's quick, he's agile, and he likes to move around, and he's smart, too. Very intelligent ball player. He knows how to run good discipline routes, got good hands. And he's one of those guys that when he runs, he makes you miss. Guys can do that well.
Yeah, he absolutely does. All right, let's go down to the sideline, check in with the guys. Derek, defensively, They only allowed 13 points so far in this first half. Was the discussion at halftime?
Well, as you can rightly imagine, one of the great things about football is sometimes it comes down to simple things. And the bulk of the conversation at halftime was 13 is a problem and we got to stop it, right? And so I think you're going to see us really put the emphasis on, hey, guys, we've been here before. The score looks a lot similar to what it looked like at halftime last year. And I think you're going to see our defense really pay attention. We had a couple of penalties, I think about 6 penalties in the first half. Some made full speed, some kind of thinking errors, but cleaning those things up and getting back on it. So we'll see what happens.
All right, sounds good. 21 points in the first half by the offense, Matt. What coach have to say?
Yeah, he was very pleased, and it was a very low-key halftime for Coach Jay. He was looking at the film. Really something neat. You have Champ Mons here. He's not obviously in, but him and EJ were having their little powwows, and that was really neat to see. Sophomore, senior, one was the starter, one's now the starter, and just going over some things. You can see them. I wasn't in their ears or listening to them, but you can just see them talking, having a little laugh, and kind of pointing to things. It was neat to see. But really, guys, it came down to the trenches. Our offensive line did a great job that first half. We're going to need that same thing the second half, because 21 points isn't going to be enough, guys, against this Buchholz team.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, folks, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll get the start of the second half. Vero set to receive the third quarter kickoff. This is Fighting Indians football.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Christian FM thanks Paris Family Chiropractic for their support. Dr. Matt Paris is a longtime resident of Vero Beach and a former quarterback for the Fighting Indians. Just like our Fighting Indians work hard for the win, Dr. Paris works hard for a patient's well-being. From proper alignment to good nutrition, Dr. Paris helps patients achieve the win. Paris Family Chiropractic. When the spine is in line, everything is fine. 299-4649 or ParisFamilyChiro.com. Caps Pizza and Pub, a proud sponsor of the Fighting Indians and Christian FM, serving Vero for over 35 years. Caps offers Italian cuisine, including pizzas, strombolis, calzones, hot and cold subs, plus wings. A family-owned and operated business, John and his staff are happy to serve. Caps Pizza and Pub, 725 27th Avenue Southwest, Vero Beach, 772-770-2277 or CapsPizzaMenu.com. Citizens Field is where we are tonight. It's in Gainesville. This is the home turf for the Buchholz Bobcats. Last year, the Bobcats came to Vero Beach, took on the Fighting Indians, and I will just tell you this. At halftime, the score was 17-10 in favor of Vero Beach. Now, Buchholz got the ball to start the third quarter, but were forced with a punt. Vero Beach then came back, had a turnover. Buchholz capitalized and then turned that into a touchdown, and it tied it up at 17 apiece. Then Vero Beach comes back and answers with a 10-yard run by Champ Mons, makes it 23-17. Vero would not score again, and in the end, a couple of miscues late in the fourth quarter that were capitalized by Buchholz. The final score, 38-23. I say that because we sit here, Gary, at 21-13, very close in the same score as last year.
Well, during break, we talked about it. I said, hey, here we go again. We're sitting with the lead in the first half. You cannot rest on this score. You know, you've got to be ready to play, and you got to stay in pace or stay ahead of them if you can. Which means that now this is our possession coming up. This offense needs to go down and score.
The Bobcats won the toss at the beginning of the game. They elected to receive, so Vero Beach will get the ball to start this third quarter. They have the lead, 21-13. Townsend, Jacobs back deep for Vero Beach to receive. Genta will get set to kick off. This one's high, deep, but returnable at the 1. Townsend to the 10. 15, Townsend to the 20, Townsend to the 25, Townsend still on his feet to the 30, and a good return by Townsend.
Yeah, good job. He was wanting to stay in bounds, and he did everything he could to get up. When he got to about the 15-yard line, he started moving around a little bit, and then he was able to dart back outside, make a miss, and he got all the way to the 30. That's a good return.
So first down and 10. Vero Beach going to line up with a 5-receiver package, 4 in a diamond shape over on the left side. Single on the right. EJ, he's going to try to run this one. And EJ able to get past the 30 to about the 32-yard line, pick up 2, and make it 2nd and 8.
Well, they've seen it, and again, that's the second time, and they've done the same thing on it. We didn't get much on that because they did a good job of reading it, and we didn't get the surge off the offensive line you'd like to see.
2nd and 8 for Vero Beach with a 21-13 lead as we just get started in the third quarter. Indians will set up a 3-receiver package this time. 2 on the right, single left. Bands off in motion. Little swing pass for Austin. Austin's going to turn it upfield and get close to the 35-yard line.
Good little play, but not enough yardage out of it. It was not the defense did a good job of reading that. They saw that for a big play earlier in the first half, and the little swing pass out brings up 3rd and 5. This is a very crucial down because we need to keep this possession alive.
3rd and 6. Trips left side. EJ looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's looking for Bansoff down that side. Oh, and Bansoff had a shot at it, but good coverage. It falls incomplete.
There's a roughing the passer right there on White on the play.
EJ a little slow to get up, too.
Yeah.
So a penalty is going to give Vero Beach a big first down.
You know, the defender was right there on Banzaff covering him. The ball went very close to he got to his hands, and the defender does a good job of knocking it away.
Another good, accurate pass from E.J. White.
Yeah, that was right on the money, too.
So the penalty, roughing the passer, is going to put Vero Beach up near midfield. That is a Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down. Let's check in with Matt.
Guys, that was a little bit of a double thing there for EJ. He not only did he get hit late, got thrown to the ground, then the ref, as he was throwing this flag, and it has little weights in it, threw it at EJ and hit him in the down unders.
First down and 10. Little handoff left side. It was a counter move, but no going as Buchholz snuffed that one out. It was Jonathan Hillsman who got the handoff and a tackle for a loss.
And I tell you what, the offensive line has got to help him out there. There was a miss blocked over there on that play. Wow, loss of about 4 yards on the play.
Put the ball back near the 45-yard line. Second down, 14. White's going to look to throw. Got hit as he let it fly. Almost caught as Hillsman was trying his best to get underneath that one, and it falls incomplete.
Well, one thing you'll get taught is a receiver in the next level, you don't run with your arms out. You keep running until the ball's there, then you extend your arms. That slowed him down just a little. That was a beautiful pass.
Third down now for Vero Beach. They're at their 46-yard line.
If you're looking for 55 on the line, he's not. It's not 55. He's in 71, Champ Smith.
Trips to the left side. Play action. White's going to keep it off the right side. He's got a lane. EJ to the 45-40 down the lane. He might keep it all the way, and he gets pushed out of bounds at the 15-yard line. That is a Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down.
Beautiful fake handoff. They allowed him to get outside the edge on that play. Good job by the receiver running him off. The linebacker comes flying up, goes right by him. Once he gets past them, it's off to the races.
And now we've got a Hummingbird Care Services red zone alert. The ball at the 19-yard line. Play action. Going for Stinson on a screen underneath. Zay trying to turn it upfield, and boy, that one got congested in a hurry.
Yeah, that one. You're right. That was a mess there, and we got to.
That's Champ.
Champ.
Big
down.
Champ.
Yeah.
A little slow to get up, but he does get up. He's heading back to the line of scrimmage. Pickup of only one. It's 2nd down and 9 for Vero Beach with a 21-13 lead, and this is the opening drive of the third quarter. Vero's going to send 3 receivers left side, single right. Hillsman in the backfield with EJ. White's looking to throw. Firing. He's got a man over in that area, and it will go incomplete. Good fight for the ball. Looking for Banzhaf again, and it will fall incomplete.
That was a little bit thrown under. He should have laid that back over his shoulder a little bit. That one was just, the defender did a good job of covering Banzhaf on this play. This was just well covered right there. That ball should have been thrown to the outside instead of to the inside, is what I'm trying to say. If he lays it to the outside, that gives Banzhaf a chance to catch the ball.
3rd and 9. Oh, wasn't ready for the snap, and EJ has to fall on it. He was talking to Hillsman, and the ball got snapped. Flag's going to come down. This may be a false start.
Before the ball was snapped. Their way telling it is.
Coach Jay is trying to. I'm not sure
They're
what.
They're moving it 5 yards back, so it brings up 3rd down. That actually could be the best thing that happened to him because it would have been
start
4.
Saves the down, yeah.
Saves the down.
Yeah.
All right, we're being told they were simulating the hike, and that's what
I'm assuming they being Buchholz.
No, it was us.
EJ looking to throw over the middle of the field. He was looking for Austin again. Boy, there was a lot of contact. No flag down.
There's flag on Coach J. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That ball was a pass interference, and we'll watch it here on instant replay, but he comes back, he's over there, he's there, and he gets hit before the ball. He got hit.
The guy went right through him.
Right through him. So now it's going to be 4th down, and it's instead of a field goal opportunity there, it was I'm telling you, I think you almost need to punt it.
Well, we'll wait and see here. I mean, it's going to be like 4th down and 30 at this point.
Yeah, he was, instant replay showed he was all over Banzhaf.
And we're lining up like we're going to go for it. Twin receivers on either side. EJ's looking over the right side. He's going to fire downfield, and it's caught around the 25-yard line. Nowhere near for a 1st down, though.
Yeah, but it's their ball, but we.
Yeah. Whoa. And our receiver, I think that was that Jarvis that caught that ball. Yeah. He took a shot, and he might have just knocked the wind out of him, but that'll be turnover on downs. So, Gary, you and I were talking. You felt like it was this drive really needed to result in some points here, and instead it's going to be turnover on downs, and Buchholz is going to get the ball starting from their 24.
Yeah, absolutely. It just didn't work out. I mean, we were in excellent field position. We get a penalty, we got to go down. We get a good play, we get there, and then all of a sudden we fall apart. We just kind of dissolved.
All right, so now you've got to ask your defense to come up with a play here. At the very least, force a 3 and out. Handoff right side.
It's automatic 5 yards.
Menifee gets to the 30.
I'll tell you what, these running backs now are running downhill really well. That means we're not penetrating at all with our front guys on the line. When you penetrate, you're talking about getting your body across and get in a gap there and make the running back stop right there. Instead, they're picking up 5-6 yards.
2nd and 5. Trips on the right side. Little toss right side. Menifee again. And Menifee will get another surge to about the 35-yard line, and it will be enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's a quick toss to the outside. And again, they got Vero Beach, I think, on their heels a little bit here because they've had the edges twice on those 2 plays, and they got the first down.
So 1st and 10 as we work our way towards 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Score 21-13. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Another handoff. Menifee off the right side. Menifee this time only about 3 yards.
Much better job tackling that time, getting across there.
I'll give them 4. Make it 2nd down and 6. Want to remind you, on Tuesday nights, Gary and I join Coach Jankowski at Cap's Pizza for Coach's Corner. It starts at 6 o'clock. Would love to have you there. Get a chance to talk to Coach Jay, a couple of our players. As we're looking at 2nd down and 6. Pass right side for Brooks. Good open field tackle by Haywood, but it's still close to a first down for Buchholz.
I'm telling you, you can't give number 12 a cushion like that. He's quick. He stopped. The ball's well thrown. Whittemore threw it right on the numbers. Now this is going to be 3rd and about a foot.
Yep, and then you're seeing Justin Williams line up, and Whittemore's going to go out wide left. Williams on the keeper. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. He might have got a little extra surge. Did he get enough for the first? It looks like he probably did by the mark.
Yeah, got a good push.
Boy, initially he was stopped, but he used his strength in his legs and got a good push, just enough to get that first down.
Water break.
Timeout on the field, 5:24 to go, third quarter. Score is 21-13, Vero Beach on top.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
HBS Glass is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians Athletics and Christian FM. Since 1973, HBS Glass has served homeowners, architects, and contractors in the Vero Beach area. HBS Glass offers hurricane impact windows and doors. HBS Glass, 722 3rd Place or hbsglass.com. Thanks to HBS Glass.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by Linus Cadillac Buick GMC.
Citizens Field, we're in the third quarter, 5:15 and counting. Another first down for Buchholz as the Indians lead 21-13. Paul, Gary, Matt, Derek here tonight in Gainesville. In another tight contest between these two teams late in the ball game. Quick pass, Brooks catches it, trying to shake off tackles, pushing his way past the 35-yard line, and a Bobcat first down.
I'll tell you, you see disciplined wide receivers. They don't drop the ball, this team. That's Marquell Brooks. He's had several catches. That was just a nice deep slant, quick slant out there, and he got the first down, and just like that, they're on this side of the field.
Picked up 19 yards on that catch.
And again, we're not getting any pressure, enough pressure on the front, on the quarterback.
Brooks 5 for 46. And Whitmore looking in that direction again. This time, his receiver drops the ball. Different receiver we haven't talked about too much tonight. And that was Avery Norris. The ball might have got tipped. So second down and 10 at the 35. 4:25 to go in this third quarter. Handoff, Menifee, up the gut. Menifee, he gets 6 to 7 on the carry.
What's happening right now, Paul, in my opinion, and I don't want people take this wrong, but we're getting outmanned up front.
Mm-hmm.
They're driving the line of scrimmage. They're dedicated. They got it. They're pushing us back. We can't stop them. That's a big run right there of about 7 yards, and they got an injured player down. But that's we're not manning up well with them across the front, and they're beating us off the ball.
Injury timeout. One of the Bobcat players. That's Menifee, actually.
Yeah. Coming
up. Oh, he's not wanting to put any weight on that right foot. Well, hopefully you don't wish any ill towards any players, and hopefully it's going to be okay. It looks like he's starting to walk a little bit better as he got closer to the sideline over there. 4:05 and counting left here in this third quarter, and Bobcats on the move here as they're in Vero territory at the 29, and it's third down. They're going to go empty backfield now. Williams going to drop back. It's handoff for Williams. He bounces off one tackle, trying to push off another tackle, and I believe he lunged. He may be close enough for a first down.
I think he got a favorable spot, but that was he's going to be just a little bit short. On fourth down, boy, this would be one of those plays. Wouldn't you like to just say, hey, jump across, get across there, get into that backfield and make that tackle? You know who's going to carry it.
So it's going to be fourth and short. It'll be the 10th play of this drive.
It's kind of like a push type deal here. Or tush, push. There we go.
We may have to take a timeout so you can figure out how to say that.
Well, you say it.
Tush push. That's what it is.
That's what I said. Tush push.
No, you didn't. 2:51 here in the third quarter. 21-13. We'll be back.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
Fourth and short here at Citizens Field for the Bobcats. 10th play of this drive. Vero Beach bringing in and stacking it up at the line. Empty backfield. Whittemore, he's wanting to run, dance around. He does not get it. The Indians defense makes a stand and holds it. Turnover on downs.
Wow, they should have gone back to the tush push, but they didn't. They came out in the single with the quarterback back there by himself. Wow, big stand by the defense.
How about Romeo Vargas?
That up, boy, Romeo.
Making the stop.
Good job. There's a possession we did not lose now. And see, you got to stay in these possessions. We got an opportunity here.
All right, so we get the ball.
Yep.
We're going to start from our own 27.
1st and 10. Roll out right. EJ fires. Stinson's got it. Zay turning it upfield, and he'll be close to a first down with that extra step. And, yeah, they're going to give it to him. So that is a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins insurance first down.
Yeah, nice quick throw out there to Stinson by White, and now that moves the chains. Boom, I love it.
Clock keeps moving. Or no, well, stop because he went out of bounds. 2:35, third quarter. Two receivers on the right, single to the left. Banzoff in motion. Keeper, EJ looking for a block by Banzoff, and they'll pick up a couple of yards.
That's a tough one right there. You got Banzoff coming around at about 150 pounds or 40 pounds or something like that, and then you're going to take on a big linebacker. That's a tough assignment, but he did. He didn't get anything, but he did take it on.
Well, they got a yard.
I meant a yard. They got a yard, but he's a good kid.
2:29.
You got to love his heart.
2nd and 9. They're going to stack receivers over on the left side. Handoff, Hillsman on a cutback. And Jonathan will get to the 41. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
Nothing there. I mean, he cut back, and there was nothing there. We have the tight end in there, and there, you know, the outside, the guard did not be able to sustain his block a little bit.
All right, on 3rd down, looking at the same formation. Another handoff for Hillsman, working off the right side. Jonathan gets to the edge. Flag is down. Jonathan at midfield and lunges to the Buchholz 48.
Oh, they're calling a holding call on us. Whoa. Let's see if it's. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. They did. One of the players wrapped his arms around him and tried to brought him down like a tackle on a block.
Wow.
That hurt.
So that negates a play that was going to be a first down for Vero Beach.
Yeah. And
now it's 3rd and long.
Now it's a good that was a good call when we saw an instant replay. Boy, Hillsman had a good run and good play.
So a timeout on the field here. 21-13 the score. 1:49 to go here in the 3rd. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles 2, 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
The McCall Agency, Inc. owner is a 4th-generation Vero Beach resident and big supporter of the community and the Fighting Indians. The McCall Agency, Inc. is an independent agency and broker whose motto is securing your future one policy at a time. To learn more about personal, commercial, life, or health insurance services, Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856 or McCallAgencyInc.com.
Vero Beach with the penalty now, looking at a 3rd down and 13. EJ White at quarterback, filling in for the injured Mons. He's going to look to run. He's got a few blocks, but it closed in a hurry. And now 4th down for the Indians.
To me, you got to punt, and that's what I think they're going to do here.
Yeah.
Didn't take advantage of the opportunity of stopping them on downs, then we turn around, we got to punt.
Yeah, Jay Maurer is going to come out.
I thought at first when he ran the ball, White, I thought he was going to throw it outside. I thought he was going to run. I thought he was going to take it. Like, look, but he decided to run. There was nothing there.
Maurer with a 31-yard average. Gets the punt blocked. Picked up by
Buchholz for the score. They did it last week, and they did it again tonight. This time, Troy Fleming.
Boy, he came right from the left side up, almost right up the middle almost.
Well, and like that,
oh boy,
Buchholz gets a touchdown. It's 21-19. And they're going to go for two.
No, don't send him out there again. We got 11 on the field. You were going to send another player out there.
Buchholz lining up. Whittemore from the gun. He's got one back in the backfield. Two receivers on the right side. They're stacking the right side. A little shift by the Vero defense. Whittemore rolling out right, firing, looking for a receiver, and they will. Are they going to give it to him? They did. So they get the 2-point conversion, and we are tied at 21. Late in the third quarter, and this is a tie ball game. We'll be back.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
WSCF Vero Beach. Christian FM.
Well, lightning just struck here, folks, as Buchholz blocks the punt. It's scooped and scored by Fleming, and the 2-point conversion is good. We're tied at 21 with 43 seconds to go in this third quarter. Genta's going to kick off. This one's high. It is deep at the 1. It's returnable. Townsend, 10. Townsend to the 15. He's got a lane.
Oh,
Flag
no.
down.
Here's a
And
right there.
It's going to be Townsend to the 35-yard line, but we're going to get a penalty against Vero.
Absolutely, too. And they did, it was an unnecessary by we have a great play going. There's a big shoving match. I think both of them should be penalized on it. There's a hold call against us, and there's a hold call of 2 of them, but they can only penalize you for 1.
So Vero Beach has got to gain its composure here.
That was a nice return.
It
He
was.
had a good one going.
Townsend had the ball around the 35-yard line on the return. And now the ball is back to the 15.
Well, you got to hold you're right. You can't just retaliate against somebody on you out there. You've got to keep your composure out there as a ball player.
All right, so here we go. Vero will start from its own 15. 1st and 10. Tied at 21. AJ, he's looking to throw. He's going to fire. Bands off over the middle. He catches it. Way to go, Austin.
Beautiful. That's the route that he threw a little high on him one time. That time they capitalized on it. Nice. That's the second one right there on that play. That's a good catch. Good throw. 17 yards on that.
Second time tonight he's had 17 yards. And that is a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance first down. Vero Beach gets the ball to the 33. EJ rolling right, fires. He's got Stinson. Stinson, oh boy, he got hit right as the ball got there, and it goes incomplete.
It was a rollout to his right. Stinson runs an outside stick route to the outside. He gets there pretty good in the throw, but he's got to hang on to that one.
Oh, now you got a player down for Buchholz. Looks like cramps. So injury timeout here with 4 seconds to go in this third quarter. We're tied at 21.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
Second down now for Vero Beach. This game got very interesting now as we're tied at 21. EJ, keeper, right side, trying to get to the edge, and he'll lose yardage on the play as he got hot pursuit by Buchholz. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Bobcats, like last year, making it a very, very interesting ball game. We're going to the fourth quarter, tied up at 21. This is Fighting Indians football.
Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
Ready to start the fourth quarter of play. Paul, Gary, Matt, Derek here tonight. We're in Gainesville, home of the Buchholz Bobcats. Tied at 21 as we enter in the fourth quarter. Week 2 of high school football. Vero Beach.
The clock is going. The clock is going, and these officials did not.
It stopped.
I'm talking about the time second.
Third down. EJ. Out of the pocket, looking, trying to run, trying to get to the edge, and he won't get enough for a first down.
That's a big play over there by their linebacker sliding across there. That was Matthew Johnson. He makes a big hit there, and now the Indians have got to punt again.
Last time we punted, it was blocked, it was scooped, it was scored, and that's how we ended up tied at 21. Maurer will drop back for the punt for Vero Beach. And the Bobcats will go deep to receive. Maurer waiting for the snap. It's there. Maurer gets the punt away. End over end punt. Will go out of bounds around the 35.
That snap there was what they call you were intimidated by the block, and you just wanted to get it out of your hand as fast as you can, and it wasn't a very long punt at all. He literally just did not get a good kick there, and but again, he didn't want to get it blocked, and that's why he was in a hurry to get that one.
All right. Bobcats will get the ball at their 38. Vero Beach at one point was up 21-6. And then Brooks caught a reception from 8 yards out to make it 21-13. That was shortly before we got to halftime. Both teams came out in the third quarter, turnover on downs, and then the punt block with the scoop and score puts us at 21 apiece. Handoff, right side. And flags coming in now and one player comes out of the huddle without a helmet for Buchholz.
Let's see if Vero hasn't had a call go its way in a while.
Ashton Norris got the call on the run for Buchholz. Flags look like this penalty may go against Vero Beach for a face mask, and it is. Personal foul. So that's going to move the ball ahead for the Bobcats. All the way into Vero territory at the 44-yard line.
That was the 8th penalty against the defense. I don't know how many the offense has had, but that's 3 on the offense, 11 total penalties.
First down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Vero 44. Handoff. Norris again.
Look at the surge.
And the surge gets past the 40.
Wow, what a surge by Buchholz on that play. I mean, my goodness, he was 4 yards by the time we finally stopped them on that. You see how big they are. Their linemen do a great job of blocking. We're just not getting any penetration across there. We're trying rotating different combination of things Coach Bethel is doing to try to get people in there to make a big play.
Second down and 6. Toss. Norris, right side. This time, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, good tackle that time by Alex Guzman as he was able to come across and make a big play. That's a big, big play right there. Brings up 3rd down. Now, you've got to make them be a 4th down. We got to come up with a play here on 3rd down.
3rd and 6. 9.5 to go in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 21. Williams lined up in the backfield. Now they're going to shift. And now timeout's going to be taken by Coach Whittemore. At 9:22, 4th quarter, we're tied at 21.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
Indians defense now facing a 3rd down and 6 against this Buchholz offense. Offensively, there hasn't been a lot going on for either team. Turnover on downs, it was the special teams that came up with the big play that got us tied up at 21 apiece. On 3rd down and 6, Whittemore looking for his receiver. He catches it, shakes off a tackle, and he's going to have the 1st down.
Not in a good position to make that play. He ran a quick out that time and was wide open. There wasn't anybody near him for about 4 or 5 yards, and he makes the catch, went up the field and missed the tackle, and 1st down.
Spot the ball at the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Single receiver on either side. Handoff. Right side. Williams spins out of a tackle and tackled around the 25.
You know, he is so hard. We talk about him, folks. He is that good of an athlete. He's going to sign with the University of Florida. He's committed to them. And I tell you what, they're getting a good athlete. I mean, he is. You just see how he just kept spinning and spinning and spinning. He picks up 7 yards on that play, and I thought we had him.
So brings up 2nd and 3. Clock continues to tick here in the fourth quarter at 8:52 and counting. Tied at 21. And Justin Williams in the backfield will take the handoff. Bounce off the right side. Oh, the defense has got him bottled up, and they're going to tackle him right at the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go. Good job by the defense on containment to the outside. They did not give him the edge. He wanted to bounce outside. Good job by Hendrickson in there, and Romeo Vargas did a good job also in there on that play. That was a good job.
3rd down and 3.
You got to believe this will be 2-down territory.
Yeah, possibly. They got a really good kicker. Play clock is at 5. They may have to take a timeout here as they're still trying to get to the line of scrimmage. That should be delay a game, and it is. Or did they get the timeout? Nope.
Delay a game.
So that turns it into a 3rd and 8, Gary. That changes.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they still they go from, I thought looked like they were going to give the ball to number 13 again, and if they didn't get, he got 1 or 2 yards, he was going to give it to him again. But I still would find a way to give it to him again right now.
$7:48 left in regulation. 21-21. 3rd down and 8. Whittemore, he's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to fire downfield. Receiver, it's almost intercepted.
No!
Instead, it falls incomplete. Man, Williams had got a step, but it was underthrown, and Haywood had a chance to intercept it. Instead, it falls incomplete, and it's 4th down, and I think we're going to see Ginta come out for a field goal try.
He has strong enough leg. He might be able to do this. But I'm going to tell you right now, that is one that you dream of as a defender. He does everything right. They didn't give up the coverage, and he had it in his hands, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
So Jay Ginta last year kicked his longest 47, and that's exactly where he is right now. Kick is up, and it's going to go wide left as he hooked it. And Vero Beach dodges the bullet right now. Stay tied 21 apiece with 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. How about that, Gary?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm glad he missed it, and I would have loved to have had the interception, but now we get the ball in really good field position.
So, Vero offense has not really been able to put anything together in this second half. They started the third quarter with the ball. It was turnover on downs.
I guess because that ball went into the end zone, they're going to give it to us at the 20.
The 20.
Yeah. It's a big drive right here. This is where they need it really bad.
Second possession in the second half is where Vero Beach got the punt blocked. Third possession was a 3-and-out. This is the fourth possession in this second half. White didn't look like he was expecting the ball yet, and he's trying to make his way out to the side, and he does, and he gets a big gain out of the play. Way to make something out of it.
Nobody was ready, and there should have been a penalty on the play because Vero was
nobody
in
was
motion.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a push in the back, I guess, so somebody push. Wow. Go from a first down to a second, now 1st and 20. 1st and 20 and got a first down, a big play, and you're just shooting yourself in the foot right now.
So Vero Beach will get backed up.
Wow, that one hurt.
To the 10. Second and 20. Trips to the left side, single on the right. EJ, he's going to run it.
looking for a lane, trying to turn it upfield. Takes a hit, but he'll pick up a good 5-6 yards on the play.
Yeah, but you don't need your quarterback getting hit square shouldered like that. That hurt. He's feeling that one. I'm telling you, you got to protect yourself. And I know he's a good runner and he's a good athlete and all, but he is hurting right now.
We're inside 7 minutes to go.
He needs
tied at 21.
He needs to throw the ball or let somebody else handle the handoff here.
Bands off in motion. EJ looking to throw. Pressure coming. He steps out of one tackle. Now he's looking to run, and he'll get to the 20-yard line where it's going to be 3rd and 10.
They had a pressure coming in from the outside on the right side. They ran the outside man come flying across there, and then the outside boy he just missed him. He should have had a sack, and that was great effort by EJ. I think Lenny may want to take a timeout here and give your quarterback a little bit of rest.
I'm surprised they're not taking a water break timeout here. That's usually about the time that they do this.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 10. White looking to throw out of the pocket, and he'll go down. Now you're going to have to punt this ball.
Yeah. He's in bad shape right now, your quarterback is.
Well, besides taking the hits, he's been running a lot too.
Yeah. A little surprised that they didn't call a timeout there. I just, let him collect himself.
All right, so Vero Beach forced to punt. Low snap, but the punt is away. Much better punt. It's going to go end over end, but it's caught at the 45. Return by Williams will get into Vero territory near the 35.
Well, that man can do it all. He got a good punt off, but it was right when Williams was back there. Boom. Now, let me tell you something. That young man just wanted to get that ball out of his hands.
So on the plus side at the 35, Buchholz has got 4 minutes and 54 seconds left on the clock. I don't think they have any timeouts remaining at this point. We're tied at 21. And I believe now we're going to get the official water break. So we'll step aside. We'll be back right after this. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac Buick GMC fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2, late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1, Vero Beach, LinusCadillac.com.
This is Fighting Indians football on the Vero Nation Network. Brought to you by HBS Glass.
Citizens Field is where we are tonight, and it is a dogfight. It is tied up at 21. We're late in the fourth quarter at 4:54. Good punt return by Buchholz has got them set up starting at the Vero 35, 1st down and 10. It's going to be a handoff, working the right side, and a push. I mean, he gets another 5-yard after contact push, and that's Williams on the carry.
Hey, what all can we say we can about this young man? He is unbelievable, fantastic athlete, a guy that has a desire and loves the game. His passion is football. You can see it out there.
Picks up 5. Make it 3rd and 5. Or excuse me, 2nd and 5. Handoff. Caught in the backfield. Pressure coming. Williams trying to shake out of it, and the pursuit is there.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. He did everything he could get it back, try to get it back to the line of scrimmage, but that was a tackle for a loss. Good job effort there. Brings up third down. Big third down play here for the defense.
Yeah, it was led by Bobby Burbick that got in the backfield to make the initial hit, and then the rest of the gang came and made the tackle, push them back. A tackle for a loss turns it into a 3rd down and 8. 3:30 to go. Low snap. Whittemore rolling out right. Has a receiver. It's caught at the 25 to the 20-yard line. And that, I think, is enough for a first down, and it is, yeah.
You've got to be able to read your assignment, and you've got to be able to know that there are 2 receivers out there. Somebody's got one short, and somebody's got the one longer on that play. The short receiver was wide open. They did not adjust on him is what they should have done, in my opinion. Now, I may be wrong, or maybe that's what it's designed, but did you see anybody near him quick?
I did not. 3 minutes to go. First down and 10. Bobcats at the 20 of Vero Beach. We're tied at 21. Handoff, Menifee. Menifee gets a couple of yards and stopped. Good stop by Lance Stone.
He did. He met him right there at the hole. There was just a 1-yard gain on that one.
Clock continues to roll here.
If you're Mark Whittemore, what you want to do is you want to run as much of the clock as you can. You know you're well within field goal range. So what you want to do is try to get yourself up in a position. If you get a touchdown, that's fine. If not, we can win this game with a field goal.
2nd down and 9.
And I'd be putting 2 men on 13.
Williams trying to bounce it outside. Pursuit, and Vero there to stop him.
Big 3rd down play coming up here now. He lost a yard on that.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9. Clock continues to roll, and actually they're going to stop it here now at 1:43.
That's Vero Beach calling timeout.
Yeah, Vero called a timeout. So, Gary, here we go again, Gary. I mean, this is you expected it to be a good ball game, but the way, again, Vero started at 21-6, kept thinking, okay.
But you're playing the 17th ranked team in the state of Florida.
100%.
17th rank on their stadium, their crowd, and it's a dogfight, as you can see.
Speaking of dogfights, Vero Beach next week comes home, take on the defending 2A state champ Cocoa. Game time, 7 o'clock. Our coverage begins at 6 p.m. with Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Cap's Pizza. This game has got 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining. Buchholz is at the Vero Beach 20-yard line. 3rd down.
They're going to try to get the ball in the air to 13.
Handoff right side.
And that's right up the middle.
Right up the middle. That's Menifee off to almost the 15-yard line.
Vero calls another timeout. They're going to try to kick the field goal now.
I agree. I think that was a setup all along for Genta to try to get a field goal here.
He kicked 2 last week and kicked 1 to win it. A minute 34 left to go in this game.
Fighting Indians not having the best second half. Struggles. Turnover on downs, a blocked punt. They have had to punt the ball away 3 times in this second half.
Well, Gwenta's experience is unbelievable. He's a good kicker. He did shank one earlier, but I felt like the pressure was all there on him on that one. Vero needs to block this one or let him miss it.
Looking like a 35-yard field goal try, maybe a 34-yard field goal try from the left hash. Snaps there, the hole's down, the kick is up, and it is good. Buchholz gets its first lead of the night with 1:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. We'll be back.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
35-yard field goal by Genta, and the Bobcats take the lead. Kickoff. Here we go. And it will be caught for a touchback. Townsend caught it right at the goal line there. So Genta with the 34-yard field goal has given the Bobcats the 3-point lead, 24-21, with 1:28 to go, Gary, and you've got to go 80 yards for a touchdown, or do you try to set yourself up for a field goal?
Well, you still got to go. You got to get a field goal. We got to get the ball back to at least to the 25 or the 20. So we need a big play, 60, 70-yard play here to get it in at least a field goal range. But I think you're going to see some plays that he needs. Coach has got to draft some up that are going to be productive.
All right, first down and 10 at the 20. EJ pressured out of the pocket, looking downfield. He's going to let it fly. He's looking for his receiver, and he's all over him, and it's caught. How about that for Crutchfield and a penalty on top of it?
Pass interference too.
Jordan Crutchfield into the ball game, goes up and gets the ball. E.J. White slinging it down the field.
That's a 50-50 shot right there, and he got the 50-50. And let's see if the pass interference is...
Yeah, it had to be. I mean, those guys were all over him. Yeah, defensive pass interference. We'll decline it, and you take the yardage at the Buchholz 45. Picked up 35 yards on that play. Twin receivers on either side. Hillsman in the backfield. Over the middle. Ball tipped. Woof.
If 35 doesn't make that tip on that play right there,
Stinson.
That's in either Stinson's hands or Banzoff hands on that play. But good job by Zay Robinson for the tip.
Second down and 10. Clock at 1:15. Vero's got the ball at the Bobcat 45. Dagbolin into the ball game. Hillsman to the sideline. EJ thought about running. Now he's trying to run away from the defense. He's going to let it fly downfield, looking for Crutchfield. Crutchfield takes it away from the defender for the catch. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Wow. He could have ran it too. I was thinking he was going to take off and run. But that's another one of those 50-50 catches, and Crutchfield comes away with the catch. Now you're down with a minute to go, and you're on about the 14-yard line.
That's a Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down, and we got a Hummingbird Care Services red zone alert. EJ looking to keep it. Got a lane off the right side. EJ almost to the 10. Clock is at 54 seconds and counting. Time is still running here. 43 seconds. EJ, high snap, brings it in. He's going to let it go towards the end zone. It's caught! Jordan Crutchfield. He caught it. Touchdown, Jordan Crutchfield. How about that?
Hey, just throw it up near him. He's going to catch it. Wow.
Jordan Crutchfield has been playing defense, but I've been watching him, folks. He's been playing some offense in practice, and Coach has been talking about him, and oh my goodness, did a chance to see him in such a critical moment. What 3 plays that he's made on this drive.
This is an important kick right here.
Swanson out for the extra point. Snaps there, the hold's down, the kick is up, and it's good.
Wow.
Vero Beach retains the lead with 30 seconds to go. It is now 28-24. And Gary, how about the play of Jordan Crutchfield on that drive?
Well, I'll tell you what. The courage of the quarterback to just throw it right in coverage. I mean, one time he got pass interfered and he still caught it.
Let's check in with Matt.
Hey, guys, Paul, you said a little bit earlier, off air, we're just talking with Coach. He has been talking about Crutchfield as the best 50-50 guy we have, one of the best guys he's seen on the ever. But he said if you have anybody, he's the guy we're going to throw the ball up to, and look what he just did.
My goodness.
My goodness. Every one of them was a 50-50 shot he's caught.
So, Don, 3 catches on that drive for 71 yards for Crutchfield, including the touchdown. And this scoring drive brought to you by the McCall Insurance Agency. Vero Beach now with the 4-point lead and 30 seconds to go.
Can't rest. You can't rest.
It's going to be a high, short one. Caught at the 20.
Missed the first time.
1 tackle missed. And out of bounds around the 35-yard line.
And
here comes a penalty.
And another one.
Oh, my goodness.
Vero threw him down to the ground over there on the play. I don't know which player did it. But I'm going to say this.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter but he was grinding and grinding out there, and you don't know what to do with him.
Right.
And there's the flag right there. They threw. We were watching on instant replay. Wow.
So that's going to move Buchholz up to near midfield, I believe. Maybe even past it. Yeah, right at it.
Well, they got 23 seconds to go. I believe they got 1 timeout left.
All right.
Now they got to put it.
All eyes on number 13, Justin Williams, the Florida commit. And Crutchfield is lining up over there with him. On first down, Whittemore, he's looking. He wants to fire to him. It's caught by Williams and out of bounds around the 35-yard line. I'll make it about the 33.
Yeah, 16, a little over 16 seconds left to go in this game. And they'll give Crutchfield an underthrown like that, but they just can't get beat deep by him. Need a big play
First
defense.
down. Yeah, big play. 16 seconds to go. Vero with a 4-point lead.
And I'll tell you where
it's got to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Now you're going to see Haywood go over. They'll line up Fields on the left side. Whittemore, he's firing right side for his receiver, and it goes incomplete. Stops the clock with 12.7. So, Gary, I don't know if that was a mix-up there because I know they looked like they wanted to get Crutchfield over wherever Williams was going to be, and that time they lined him up differently.
Yeah, he tried to throw a back shoulder pass that time. Now, I promise you he's in a slot formation here.
Yeah. Second down. Whistle's going to stop play here. Timeout's going to be taken by Vero Beach. So you got 12.7 seconds here. It's second down. You know what they've got to do. They got to get to the end zone.
Yeah, they got to get. There's no field goal to win this one here for them. The whole thing is to, again, shut off number 13. Make them throw it to another individual, and then you've got to tackle if you catch the ball. Be nice to see that interception turnover here for us. All right, Paul, here's the situation we got right now. Again, it's going to be a second down and 10. The ball's on the 32-yard line, and it's a big, big play here defensively. You only got 12.7 seconds. They got time. They just need a big defensive play.
So on second down, surprise, a play clock. All right, so they're going to send two receivers to the left, two receivers to the right. Williams in the slot on the high side. Whittemore looking to fire. Ball off the hands of the receiver. We got a little tip on it. He was looking for Brooks.
8.5 seconds left. You still got a shot at 2 plays. I think they got 1 timeout left, but they either got to go, if it goes short, then they have to call the timeout as fast as they can.
Clock is at 8.5 seconds. It's third down. Vero's going to drop back. Whittemore looking to fire. Plays caught inside. Did they get it out of bounds? Looked like he was tackled in play, but they're going to say he got out. It stops it at 4.5.
He had to go to the outside. Now they're going to.
Now it's fourth down.
Yeah, they got to take their timeout here. It's their final timeout, and this is it.
All right, Gary. So you know where they got to go.
They got to go.
They got to go to the end zone. All right. So defensively, I mean, I know this is going to sound like a no-duh, but do you try to put like 3-4 guys on the goal line and say go right here?
Yeah, you got to keep them ahead, but the point is you can't catch you give them a slant, and they can get if they make a move there, but that's one way of getting in the end zones through a deep slant. And the athleticism, but I take it. I play the helm. I play like the 50-50 shot because if you throw it, and even though you get a first down, the clock's going to run out.
Right. Yeah.
So they're going to have. It's going to take them 4 seconds or so, 4 seconds. If he catches it inbounds, then it will. Then the game could be over.
Here we go, folks. From the 25. Fourth down play, 4.5 seconds to go. Got to be a touchdown for Buchholz. Pressure coming, and he launches it towards the end zone. It's caught by Vero Beach, and it will be Vero Beach with the win in Week 2 and avenge the loss from Buchholz.
Wow. I think they're going to give him an interception on that play. Well, I tell you what, Coach is got to be excited. Going to get at the 50, and they're going to congratulate Vero Beach. Number 2, revenge.
2-0 to start the season. All right, folks, we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show. This is Fighting Indians football.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at comfortzoneacnow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
Welcome to the Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show, and I got to tell you, I always love the post-game show when it's on a win. And tonight, Vero Beach, in exciting, dramatic fashion, gets win number 2 of the season, and on the revenge tour, no doubt, they avenged the loss from last year to Buchholz to win the ball game 28-24. Oh my goodness, what a thrilling finish to this ball game. It really looked like Vero Beach may not get over the hump with Buchholz, but then lightning struck, and it's called Jordan Crutchfield. We'll talk more about him in just a little bit, but my goodness, I'm still a little shell-shocked, GP.
Well, we had him as our Scott Sporting Good player of the game defensively at Caps.
Yeah, last week.
And he, I guess he enjoyed that because it paid off over here.
Yeah.
And let me just say this to you. I've never seen anything like that in all my days of playing football.
It was incredible.
Where you just throw the ball up to the receiver, and he makes 3 catches in a row and gets the lead and puts it, and we win the game.
All right, well, that gives us an opportunity to go down to the field, check in with Matt, who's got one of our coaches standing by. Matt?
Yeah, guys, I'm down here with Coach Eric Snyder, wide receiver coach. And, hey, Coach, let's talk about that last drive with Crutchfield.
I mean, big-time players make big-time plays. And he's a guy we've known since he came to us, that he can make those type of plays. He's got that kind of ability. And we're just fortunate that we have him on our sideline. He made those plays tonight.
He certainly did. How about your quarterback, EJ, coming in and just an outstanding game?
I mean, he's another guy that we count on, depend to make big plays. No matter where he's at on the offense, he's been successful. And so we had a good game plan in. He came in and executed the best he could, and we were able to walk out of here.
He certainly did, and you've got a stellar wide receiver crew. A couple of them went down, and then, you got a guy like Austin Banzoff coming out and making some catches.
The funny thing about it is we talked about it before the game, and I told the guys, as I told them last week, your number's going to get called, and you just got to be ready. And he stepped up tonight, and I knew it was going to be somebody that we didn't depend on regularly, and he did that for us.
So. He certainly did. Coach, you're up there. You got the defensive guys with you. How about that defensive effort tonight?
Oh, my gosh. You talk about getting stops when you need them, man. Those guys bowled their back and got the ball back for us when we need it.
What do you say to the kids right now? You're now 2-0. Last year, you went down 0-2. What do you say to the kids after this game?
Great job, but we got to get back to work. We got to keep fighting. It's great to enjoy it. Let's enjoy this win. Let's get back on the bus. We got home, and then let's just get back to it.
So I'm assuming with the unknown about Champ Mons, you just keep going with EJ and the next man up?
Yes, sir. That's the mentality, next man up. Yeah. So we're just going to hope that guys continue to produce as we think they will, and we'll be fine.
How about your head coach and the offensive play calling? I know you help him. You're up there. You're giving him the stuff. How about that?
I mean, the guy's been doing it for a while, so, I mean, it's not much I can say or do. But, some of the calls were timely. And we needed them, and guys made plays. And, he's been doing it for a while. Like I said, he's been successful. So we count on him in those big moments, and he dials them up.
He certainly did. Coach, I thank you for coming and talking with us. We'll let you get to the players.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Back to you guys.
Yeah, that's EJ Snyder, our wide receivers coach, and does a good job of helping out with Coach Jankowski. Just his second season with Vero Beach, and we're so glad to have him a part of our team.
Can you imagine him? He's in the press box, and he sees 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And he's going, that's a great call. Lenny and I are on the same page.
Yes, when it's going well, it's going well.
Yeah.
And then, how about let's just walk back through that last drive for a moment, Gary. I mean, I know we're going to talk. A spoiler alert: one of those plays is going to be our Midas of Vero Beach play of the game. I mean, actually, I guess we might as well go ahead and say it. I mean, the touchdown catch by Crutchfield. We'll nominate that as our play of the game, brought to you by Midas of Vero Beach. But honestly, you could have gone to any of those 3 catches in that drive by Jordan Crutchfield, and especially the one where he literally took it away from the defender.
Repetition's about your reputation about being a player, a gamer, a baller, all that in that young man, the visions, the dreams you have all your life of being able to go up and catch a ball like that, catch another one, then catch the winning touchdown is unbelievable. What a great, he'll have that for the rest of his life. It'll be in his memory. He'll have it. It makes you want to come back and play this game more and more.
I'm just looking forward to talking to him on Tuesday night at
Again.
Caps.
Yeah,
well, we talked to him as a defensive player.
Well,
now we get
yeah.
to talk to him as an offensive player because we were joking with him last week at Caps Pizza. Like, hey, man, when are you going to get on that offensive side?
And how about E.J. White? I can't say enough about his his stamina, his ability to. He takes hits.
Yeah.
He gets up slow. He gets ready. He gets himself mentally prepared to play the play.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of talent. It's a leader. That's a leader right now. We've talked about EJ in the past about, maybe he needs to be a little more aggressive. I'm going to tell you something right now. He is playing as good a football as I've ever seen him play, and he's doing it as his team leader on this team right now because Mons is hurt. It's the next man up mentality, as Eric Snyder said. And that's what you've got to appreciate and love about these kids. They didn't have overall one of the best games because but they won. You have a good. Defensively, you're up 21-6 at halftime, and they come back and they take the lead, 24-21. And next thing you do is you score. And you got a 28. You only need one score in the second half to win the ball game.
Yeah.
So that tells me the defense did their job the second half of the game. They only gave up, 2 scores, I believe, in the second half. That's it. They got one. They stopped it.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
But that was the big one.
Yeah, and technically one of them wasn't on the defense.
No,
it was special teams.
Special teams. Yeah, it's true. And these guys are good about picking up punts and running them in, blocking them.
No kidding. 2 weeks in a row.
Wow, what a game. I'm excited. I played broadcast one last night with UCF, and here I am back on the road again, and I'm up here and this looking at this score, 28-24. That's big. That's
it
fun.
is.
That's
it
going to
is.
make Saturday, Sunday, Monday a lot better.
It absolutely will. All right, we're going to step aside. We'll come back. We'll have more of the Roy Bell Grading Services postgame show right after this.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting Fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians postgame show, presented by Roy Bell Grading Services.
Here we are, Citizens Field, and Vero Beach gets the win tonight over Buchholz. Why do I sound so surprised? Because late in this ballgame, it did not look good. Vero was down by 3 points. But then we put in a guy named Jordan Crutchfield to go down 80 yards, and we score a touchdown, and we end up winning the ballgame 28-24. How about that kind of game?
Yeah, and Derek's got what we would think one defensive player and one offensive player. We do have that, but the roles are different.
I think in the history of our broadcast, we have a primarily defensive player as the offensive player of the game and a primarily offensive player as the defensive player of the game. Jordan, I'm going to start calling you with a new nickname. It's called Clutch Crutch. All right? Clutch Crutch. You like that? Does it have a nice ring to it?
Yes,
Walk us through that last drive and those critical plays you made.
To be honest, me and Coach Ben talking about getting me in critical moments. I play some offense too. I'm just glad that he trusted me at the moment. He put me in and he allowed me to thrive during very critical plays. It's my bodyguard. He blocked for me. He gave me enough time to go get the ball. I'm just so glad that Coach J really trusted me on there. And a playmaker, when you got a playmaker throwing it to a playmaker, shout out EJ, you just come down with the ball.
Absolutely. Walk us through the second one, if you can remember that, because it looked like the guy had his hands on the ball, and then all of a sudden Jordan gets up, you caught the ball, and old Clutch Crutch puts his fingers out, and I'm like, I can't believe he caught that. Walk us through that one.
Just concentration. That's all you can really give it to, man. You know, I live my life through God. I just got to thank God, man. He just put me in a way to make a blessing, and I blessed him. So I'm just thankful for God, man. God's the one who made that play, not me.
Amen. How does a win like this help you for the rest of the season?
Hey, man, we go into the next game with confidence. Hey, we got to have short memory. This is a good play, but it's a new team. We play Coco, right? Coco. State champs, you know what I'm feeling me? So we really got to forget it. Hey, it's good to thrive in these moments, but we got to prepare for next week, so.
Absolutely. Well, what do you want to say? There's a whole bunch of people that are really happy in Vero that are listening to this broadcast right now. Anything you want to say to our Vero Nation back home?
It's simple. I'm the standard. That's all it is.
Amen. Well, go celebrate with your teammates. All right, Romeo has to feel good knowing that we were up 7 points last year, not able to pull it through, but to almost see the similar halftime score and to be able to make plays in the critical moments.
Yes, sir. It's a great feeling because last year it really hurt me and the seniors. I let them down, and I'm just glad that we bounced back today.
Absolutely. Romeo, one thing Paul and I talked about as a key to the game, our defense has shown this propensity all year to kind of bend but not break when it comes to critical moments and when they get in scoring territory. And there were two critical drives into which you impacted the play. One was on a 4th and 1. The other was very similar. Will you walk us through those things?
Yeah, Coach B called me over, and I knew I got to make a play. I'm the leader, so I just got to do big plays and get stops.
Absolutely, absolutely. How does a win like this help you for the rest of the season?
It really brings me joy and confidence in my team, and that we're just going to go a long way.
All right, one question for you. I'm curious to know. I've always wanted to know this. After you made the big critical play, you didn't really have time to celebrate because you have to turn right around and play offense. And so how tired are you right now?
Hey, I'm tired, man. I can't feel my calves. They're cramping. Both of them are cramping.
Amen. Well, there's a lot of happy people right now back in Vero Beach, and I know they want to hear from you. Is there anything that you'd like to tell Vero Nation back home?
Hey, Vero Nation, this is the year, man. Stay champs.
Absolutely. Well, go celebrate with your teammates, guys. Back to you.
All right, you got Jordan Crutchfield and Romeo Vargas reversing roles here. Normally, defensive, offensive players are getting credit for the opposite role. So there you go.
Playing dual position.
They are. They are. That's our Scott Sporting Good players of the game. Let's take a look at our Durfee's Heating and Cooling final stats. How about this? 407. 286. That is the total yardage for both teams. Vero leading the way. E.J. White tonight. He is 17 of 23, 315 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Congratulations to you, E.J.
Wow, yeah, no kidding. And Stinson, 5 for 88 and a touchdown. How about Jordan Crutchfield? 3 catches, 71 yards and a touchdown. All 3 catches came on that one drive that helped get the win for Vero Beach. You got Banshoff, 3 catches, 26 yards. You got Hillsman, 2 catches, 87 yards and a touchdown. You've got Jacobs, who had 3 catches, 27 yards. And then, of course, Stinson had 5 for 88, as I said, with a touchdown. 14 first downs tonight for Vero Beach. They finished with, 13, 14 different penalties on the night. Of course, most of those on the defensive side. So, as Crutchfield said, we're going to enjoy this they got a chance to enjoy this for about 3.5 hours on the ride home. And then we got to put that behind them and move on, GP.
Yeah, they got a big opponent come next Friday at home, and that's Coco. Coco is back-to-back state champions. And so they're coming to Vero Beach, and we welcome it. This was a great win for us tonight. We beat the 17th ranked team in the state of Florida, not the 7A or the 17th ranked team in the state of Florida. So on their field, so you can love that for a few days, but you got to get back come film watching until tomorrow, and back on the field, back out there on Monday. And there's no holiday for them on Monday because they got to get ready for a game on Friday.
How about you go get some rest?
Yeah, me too.
That's what I'm saying. You go get some rest.
Yeah,
you've earned it. You've earned it. You've had a couple of 48 hours of football.
It's been beautiful because both my teams won.
You won. Yeah.
Yes.
That always helps. It definitely helps. Well, we want to thank our executive producer of Christian FM Sports and Vero Nation Network. That is John Hamilton. Our studio engineer, our field engineer is Stephen Tipton. Our video director is Brian Lewis. I want to thank our cameraman, Miller West, and along with Philip Florian. I want to thank Jacqueline Tipton, our studio engineer. And I want to thank all of the crew from Matt, Derek, Don doing the stats, Bobby doing the interviews with the moms, and, of course, GP taking care of making sure we understand what's going on the field out here each and every night. Hey, join us next week. We've got a good one coming at the Citrus Bowl. Game time 7 o'clock. Our coverage begins at 6 p.m. Hey, good night. God bless. Go Indians.